start video transmission. Oh my goodness. And then there's top chat. If only that worked correctly, that would be lovely. Live chat. Yeah, there we go. Good. I don't care if it's top chat. There is no top chat of our channel. We're not that sophisticated. So, yeah. You can see the stream from the Discord, I hope.
I can.
Okay, good. That's great. Ooh, look, information on Fallout First. I'm thrilled. Can't wait. In case anyone's wondering, yeah, Fallout First is the premium service you get to pay for on a monthly basis so that you can get something.
Small amount of in-game currency.
You can get some in-game currency. There are some special skins. I think one of the things that was locked behind that particular paywall was everybody really wanted to have the Desert Ranger outfit from Fallout New Vegas, the Mojave Ranger outfit. And so they were like, okay, but you gotta get the Fallout First subscription if you're gonna get that. And everyone was like, oh, but wait, I thought that was a mod on Fallout 4 that somebody already made for you. And it's like, yes, they did, but we couldn't monetize that. So, so now we get to, like magic.
What are we monetizing now, like magic?
Oh, we're monetizing the Mojave Ranger outfit.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Because modders had put it into Fallout 4, so you could just have it. And then when Bethesda made Fallout 76, they were like, yeah, we could have probably just made it. But what about if we made it exclusive to Fallout First users? That's even better. So they did that. Is pretty much what they did.
Horse armor?
No, yeah. I wish horse armor. Anyway, since the stream has started... Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to Total Pebble Knockdown Live. We are here, well, I should say I am here, and then Alex and Datum are both here at present. Hello!
Hey there.
Yeah.
I was just gonna let it hang there so he sounded insane.
It's just gonna be the voices in my head. Just me hanging out with my unicorn shirt. That's all we're doing tonight. So, we're gonna have some fun tonight, I think.
Are we?
Nope.
Are we?
No. Alex, I wanted to pick a game, because our topic of conversation that we've been discussing for a little bit, and yes, it's Datum's fault, was to discuss what makes an RPG. I went back and forth between a lot of different possibilities as to what we could play, because I didn't want to do something that was going to be too story-heavy or dialogue.
RPG.
I'm not playing Fidget Spinner RPG, because I wanted to have something to do beyond, like, 5 minutes.
It's, I played it for like 4 hours. It's a cookie clicker-esque game with crafting.
Already don't like it. I'm already in a very weird place when it comes to cookie clickers. I'm not a cookie clicker person.
No?
He doesn't like it, so instead he decided to play Fallout 76.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a markedly better game and better purchase, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't pay anything for it, so...
No.
I get it for free.
Hello.
Hello to Krajan Shrimp. With
I'm so tired.
you are...
That houses today.
Oh no.
Why is that an oh no?
From being tired, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, the tired part.
She said I was tired.
Did you hear the rest of it?
Something with Alex, which is also a no-no.
No, I looked at houses.
Oh, you looked at houses. Also
At
probably a
4 of
no-no.
them.
You did.
3 out of 4 were Onos.
Oh god. Well, is
Yeah.
the fourth a Goldilocks zone one or?
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Oh good. Oh good. Excellent. Excellent. Am I gonna have to remember a new address soon?
Probably soon.
Probably soon. Yeah.
Alex says it's further from you. We're looking in like an area that I realized maybe I shouldn't say online
Yeah.
on the stream.
Is your brain like, wait?
It's around the bend a piece. Yeah.
It's closer to Vermont.
Oh, you're going over that way.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Well, that's gonna be fun for you. Hey, the maple syrup's even closer at that point.
I don't need
We
maple
have
syrup.
too much.
You're already too full of maple syrup. You could just pay your bills with maple syrup, I'm sure.
Wish.
Multiple stacks of maple syrup in
You
my
are aware
inventory.
that Carol gives maple syrup to everyone for Christmas, right?
She does?
Does she not give you any? Do you not see
Wow,
her?
you're not sweet enough for the syrup.
I guess it's just her side of the family then.
Also, my
No,
mom
I get it
gave
every.
us, gave us
I get
syrup
it
from
every
Vermont.
year.
Yeah, I've got like 6 mason jars full of maple syrup here.
4
So much.
That's a
6,
lot of mason.
not 4.
That's a lot of mason jars.
Yeah, full of syrup.
Well, you got to use those up.
Yeah, when I have the effort and energy to make things that use maple syrup.
Pancakes,
Yeah, those take effort and energy.
waffles. You could use
I don't like waffles.
waffles.
I'm
Are
not even a huge fan of pancakes. Like, they're okay sometimes.
what? Wait. So you're
I
okay
also
with?
don't really use much syrup on them.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I'd have to eat so many pancakes.
Okay. I'm just confused, Alex. So Alex, you're good with pancakes, but you don't like waffles.
Yeah, waffles are a texture thing.
Okay.
Anyways,
Anyway, I guess we should probably get into the stream and do some things. Which I'm gonna start now. So this is probably the first time that any of you have really seen Fallout 76.
I watch YouTube videos.
Well, that's always a good thing. It is the third time I am going to attempt this, and I will have to start a new character since I'm doing this on PC. If anyone is wondering, I have set my graphic settings to Ultra. Yes, this is as good as it will look. It did come out 4 years ago. So, if anyone's wondering, no, I can't make it look better. Maybe in customs, but anyway.
Well, that's because I'm sure you can't mod it.
Yeah, no, I think probably a mod would work, but anyway, we're going to enter the lovely vault of 76. And it's probably going to play that song, and I will have to talk over it when they do. But
Does it not have a streamer setting of, or you could just turn your music settings like off?
yeah, my music settings are down right now. I don't know if it actually plays it at the very beginning. It actually, come to think of it, I don't think it does. But
War never
Well,
changes.
I'm sure you can. Can you skip this intro,
1776,
or is it like the
This
intro to
great nation
Skyrim?
accepted.
it,
that armed
No,
conflict
I can
was
skip it
the
if I
only way
need to.
preserve our
but I
rights,
can talk over it too.
I
liberty,
mean, I'm
That
just
will-
saying you
and the
probably
pursuit of
don't need to
happiness.
make a cutscene.
Right.
If our founding fathers
Unless
could
Adam
only
really
see
wants a
us now.
cutscene.
Oh,
Cutscenes.
I'm sure I'm not worried about it.
Okinawa
Sorry.
to Anchorage.
If you can skip it,
We
Yeah.
fought,
just skip it.
and now
Okay.
the Red Menace.
Probably
Play
because
3, New Vegas, and 4. I know what's going on in
Democracy
Fallout.
itself
Good.
Do
is
you?
a threat of
Look, it's power
annihilation.
armor.
It is power armor.
That is why today, July
This is a
4th,
great skipping cutscene.
2076,
I'm just going to get you to the part where they're actually talking about the vault.
we gather together to honor the completion
It's It's like the one vault they didn't do terrible things to the people in.
This is true.
This sprawling underground
Or they did,
shelter
and you
may
just
have
don't
been
know it.
engineered by
The
Vault
trick is, you're the only
but it
person
was
left.
built by you,
That's
the
the
good
whole
people of
shebang.
America.
Or are
So
you?
that if the bomb
I think they actually retconned part of that, so it's not necessary because you're not actually the only person that survived.
But not everyone will be
Well,
saved.
Technically,
Those chosen to enter this vault
technically
must be our
everybody
best
that's in the
and our
wasteland, all the players
Before
were
the
supposed to be
fighting
from
is stopped,
Vault
the
76.
fallout has settled.
So,
You must
Well, what if
rebuild,
you're playing the game alone?
not just walls,
Uh,
just buildings,
you're never
but
playing the
hearts,
game alone.
minds,
Not really.
and
That's
ultimately
unfortunate.
America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny,
I need an actual
War must
vault
come.
suit, though.
we stand together, knowing
In game or in
that
real
here
life?
in Vault 76,
Real life. You always get a
our
vault suit
future
in the game.
begins.
Well, that's why I was asking.
Okay. Alright.
We can do a TPK vault shirt.
Perfect. Okay. So,
Good morning, Vault 76.
good morning.
This is the Overseer.
Oh boy.
I hope you all
You
enjoyed
missed the
last
party,
night.
just like everyone else in this
Those
game
who may
missed the
have
party.
overindulged
Everybody.
or slept,
Okay. So, I have to figure out what I'm going to be.
and get out
Can you randomize it
and lock
at all?
away.
I believe so.
Just randomize it.
Today is Reclamation
Oop.
Day.
Oh, I can choose different faces.
So here it is. The one thing that makes an RPG an RPG is character customization. There you go. Hot take.
Oh, no. I'm gonna recreate my Don Quixote character. Look at this.
Every race, color,
That is perfect. I am the man of La Mancha.
all share one very
Excellent.
important trait.
Name my character.
You are this country's
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
Don Quiet.
Don Quiet. Don
Don Quiet.
Quixote.
family.
Except, look at
Perfect.
that. And I got my nice... Oh, I have to take a picture?
Wait, take the picture way off to the side.
Okay.
Like barely
that?
barely in frame. Like even less in frame, yeah. Just like
Wait,
there.
wait.
Perfect.
Wait. Like this? I'm gonna see if I could just get, like, my nose.
Yeah, just the nose.
There we go.
Just
There we go. Perfect.
Little less in frame.
Yeah, okay, a little less.
There.
There we
perfect.
go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, all right. Exit. Okay, I got that. All right, so now we are in Vault 76.
Best
And
character creation ever.
yeah, best character creation ever. Yeah. Can I actually be in third person? I think I can actually be in third person, so you can actually see the character. Okay. 16 times the detail, everybody. This is West Virginia. Welcome
The
to it.
map has 16 times the detail.
Oh, it's 4 times the size and 16 times the detail.
I will say I do like this map
Yes.
design.
Yes.
I like the theme.
This-
Where it looks like kind of a tourist map.
That is what they were going for, and it is the best part of the game comparative to other Fallout games. Like, the way they did this map was excellent. I love the look of this. Very much for, like, the camping tourist crowd. I'm gonna see... Nope. Okay, never mind. Ooh, I put up my fist.
Look,
Buttercup! Buttercup! Ow. Alright.
punch. Reminder, don't put TP on backwards. Oh, that's a whole video topic on its own.
Need more sugar bombs. Also a good topic.
Oh, you can tell they're not communists.
Because of the sugar bombs?
The TP.
Oh.
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 TP.
Well then. It's fighting words.
Realistic water. 16 times the detail. Alright. So, anyway, the interesting thing when it comes to RPGs, and we're going to see it in a second, is how we actually do character design. and what we would consider to be RPG character design, because 76 actually does something a little bit different on how you build your character's stats. So I don't know. There we go. Reclamation Day has started. I don't know usually, like, when we have an RPG, what we expect for character design or customization.
I think okay, so here's my actual hot take for what makes a game an RPG or have RPG elements, and most of that is anything that lets you customize either your character, your skills, or your equipment in some way to make it different. So like shooters that have RPG elements in them, quote unquote, could like let you customize the barrel of your gun and the stock of your gun and give it different traits or different stats. That's really all video games seem to have beholden to RPG.
Right, that there's actually customizable elements that are going to make you unique in some way.
Yeah, and then like as shooters as an example, it doesn't tend to be the character being a customizing point so
Sure.
much as your equipment.
Got it. Got it.
See, to me, that's almost like resource management. And that's not to say that's not an RPG element. It's definitely an RPG element. But when I think about it, I just think we can classify a whole lot of games that way. Is it even useful?
Right. Right.
It's
Oh, that's-
definitely not useful.
Now I can actually see my character.
Great, just what we want to see.
Perfect. Everybody's so happy.
Every game that has a character that you are playing, you are role playing as them.
That's true.
Whoa.
Whoa. Mind blown.
That means the game Stray,
Hello,
you are role playing as a cat.
at last.
Okay.
And you can be an asshole.
That's true. Cats are, by nature, pretty much.
Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game, you are role playing as an asshole goose.
Goat Simulator.
Just a physics defying goat.
Yeah. Deer Simulator. A deer that knows gun fu.
Fidget Spinner RPG, someone with no life.
Had a full boyfriend. Horny pigeons.
That
So,
feels on point.
yeah.
Excellent. Adventure and
I don't know much about
opportunity
pigeons,
awaits you,
though.
sir. The kiosks have valuable information to help you thrive out there.
This is our
What's this guy's
Codsworth.
name?
This guy's name is Crutchley.
Crutchley. But they went with a C.
Eggs and bakey for the 100th.
That's right, he just said that. Yeah, Crutchley is our Codsworth
Wildlife should be abundant.
worthy.
Happy hunting.
They were running out of names, I think. For like really a British name.
Medicine check.
Cavendish.
Rat away.
He's a banana.
He is. He's a banana. Thank you, Cavendish. Who are you?
No creature
Higginbottom.
there, sir.
The third.
Want it? You build it.
Actually, it would be great if you had like Higginbottom the first, the second, and the third.
Oh yeah. Oh, they actually put things on the table that I was supposed to take. Oh darn. Can I just go
You don't
get?
need those.
Yeah, I don't need them. Screw it. I'm taking all of your things. All
I think
right,
they're all your things.
they are all my things. They're the only interactable elements in the vault, so don't worry about it.
Oh, you got winded running through the vault.
Yeah, your action points also affect your running.
know it's cozy in here.
Okay, here we go.
You must all go through that giant vault door alone. Unless of
Alone.
next to someone else,
Merriman?
which I
Oh, what's
It's
this?
them.
recommend, actually.
I can equip the party hat? I equipped the party hat. Achieved. Is there
A
anything?
major role-playing choice.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I made a role-playing choice of what to wear. It serves absolutely no purpose whatsoever.
Overseer's log. Or
Eject. I just want it. All right. I think that will become important later, but okay.
Nothing's important unless you make it important.
Mm. Okay, so the camp is like your mobile base. So they took the base building elements of Fallout 4 and they made like a mobile one that you can set up.
I mean, the base building in Fallout 4 wasn't even the best part of Fallout 4.
Yeah, exactly. So they said, let's keep doing that.
Sounds like Bethesda.
Black rim glasses. Okay. Pool. Hi, pool. Alright. Let's just keep going. The vault looks nice.
Yeah, looks like someone had a party without you. Oh,
Yep.
wait.
Everybody went away. So, yeah, Fallout 70, or I should say Vault 76 in the lore is one of the actual vaults that they used as, like, the control vaults that were actually there for the purpose that they intended, for repopulating the Earth after the bombs. So,
And to be fair, it's in West Virginia, so that makes sense.
mm-hmm.
Because if we're gonna repopulate it with normal humans, West Virginia is a good place to start.
Yeah,
Because, good lord,
yeah.
West Virginia's full of lots of things. Have you ever watched The Hills Have Eyes? Any of those horror movies that take place in West Virginia?
Oh, yeah, I based my whole personality on those.
That's unfortunate.
So, here we go. Speak to Pennington. Okay, I need to discover the fate of Appalachia. And I must talk to Pennington for this.
Oh, sir. Those young ladies.
Let this robot
down there,
outside.
They seem exceedingly alive. They haven't yet made any untoward advances, but perhaps you could speak to them?
Yeah,
Verify their intentions are civil?
Really, really great role playing you're doing so far.
I am doing really good role-playing. There is no real choice that I could make here, so I'm just going to leave.
Oh, do be
Nathan just
careful out there,
said a
sir.
trigger word for me.
No choice?
Choice.
Choice?
Got
What
to
did
be a
that
villain
trigger?
there.
Did it trigger a choice?
Maybe.
Well,
Wait, a
when I
Voltar?
think about RPGs, I just think about choice, and I see a lot of games where you don't really get any choice, and yet people still call them RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be painful. Interesting side note is that originally when the game launched, since there was nobody actually populating this, there were no NPCs, these two ladies were not here.
Don't try
Oh,
anything
wow.
funny, okay?
Yeah.
You would just keep on walking. There were no NPCs in the game.
There's nothing.
You came out of the vault, right?
Because the players
I
are
thought it
supposed to
was
fill
empty.
all the roles
Wait,
of everything in
Is
that
the door still
society.
open?
Right. Which theoretically sounds like a good idea, but in practice doesn't really work very well because you then have to deal with people you don't know just filling in roles of everybody else.
I mean, if they wanted to do it that way from the get-go, what they should have done is had
God
a
damn it.
staff that were playing
We got a
real
tip from the
people.
Wayward.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of the
Except
place?
then the issue
New bar
becomes
down the road.
everything's
So
a
this guy
one-on-one
told us that-
interaction.
Yeah.
After you gave
And
him
if
the
it's an
last of our
MMO,
caps, he
Mm.
said
that is
inside
not
that
ideal.
vault is the,
No.
you know, that's where the big one is. Our last chance to turn our lousy.
But yeah,
luck.
that's one of those things where video games have to give the illusion of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's like, yeah, you have choices. And it's like, but do we?
Right.
Because you only have a finite number of choices in a video game.
This is true. Similar
And
to
that's fair. You know, finite is. I think that we have the illusion in tabletop that we have
Oh, yeah.
infinite choices when I'm not so sure we have infinite choices there. Like, you end up kind of not necessarily pigeonholed, but your brain quickly eliminates a whole lot of bad choices and you end up latching onto just a few.
Yeah, it's usually an outcome of do this or don't do this.
right. In similar fashion, since you're talking about it, I am presented with a choice right now. I can tell you that I don't think that this really has much impact on the storyline, but
Well, then you're gonna lie to them because you're Don Quixote.
then I'm going to lie to them. So basically, what they're doing is they're giving me a little bit of a choice to determine if I am going to say, oh yeah, I know what they're talking about, or I don't. Whether that actually affects their relationship to me seems completely extraneous. But yeah, I'll lie to them, though. I'll see if it matters.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I trapped the big one.
He's jerking you around, Lacey. Face it.
See?
That's scam.
But those are the last of our caps. No,
Rip.
someone has to know something.
F in the chat.
Now they're gonna
Until the
murder
funds.
you. You've made this
Wonderful.
choice.
Game over.
Look,
Well-
thanks for whatever.
Thanks for playing.
Now,
You died.
unless
Dun,
there
dun.
was something you needed.
No, I don't think so. I'm just, Did you see another... yeah,
Maybe
the
I did.
Overseer.
Or maybe it's
Also,
because the
this was
thing
not
you've got
a
trapped inside the
storyline
vault.
in the original. The Overseer was also not part of this.
Oh, so actually, the choice you did make did seem
They
to
didn't give
give
you a
them
weapon?
different stuff they're saying
Guess
to
I've
you.
got some
I
Yeah.
assume.
spare.
I don't know if it really has long-term ramifications,
Oh,
though.
probably not. But at least they have different dialogue because you like
Certainly
them.
could.
That's true.
But since you decided to yank our chains, I'm
Oh.
gonna say no.
Actually, apparently, now they won't tell me what the big one is, so thank you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine. I'll find out on my own. I'll find out on my
Murder 'em.
own.
Can you kill him?
Hey, a role-playing choice.
Is it a role-playing choice if I smack him?
Might be.
Nope. They are... they are figment... They were ghosts! They were
no longer
ghosts!
an RPG. You can't
Yeah.
choose to murder people in town.
This is true. I
And
feel...
that's the primary activity in RPGs.
It really is.
Murder hoboing. Especially
yeah.
since they are hobos.
Weapons. Oh, well, I have a machete.
Perfect. Where'd you get that?
From people. It was on the... I think that this is what they gave me.
Here's a machete. Good luck.
Nope. Okay, never mind. Alright. Well, now technically the world of West Virginia is my oyster. I could go down that path. I could make the choice to go over here. I bet there's lots of fun things.
Are there?
Probably. They are telling me to visit the Wayward. Carry on my wayward son. I believe that the Wayward is a camp. The camps in this game and raiders and stuff, again, that was Al added later. They first needed to make sure to get the Battle Royale mode in here, so... You know, priorities, so there's that. Oh, there's a hunger meter. How do you feel about the idea of keeping players, like, hydrated and, like, the survival mechanisms in an RPG?
Gotta be done right.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of survival meters, typically,
Mm-hmm.
as they just become monotonous.
It's a thing that you're just gonna constantly have to look at and pay attention to.
It's not even that. It's like it's trivial typically. So like No Man's Sky, as an example of a game I played quite a bit of recently,
Sure.
has, you know, not necessarily, it's not the same thing as like a hunger meter, but you have your hazard protection and your oxygen and all that stuff. Oh, they're attacking you now.
Nope. No, it's the ticks.
Ooh, I don't like those.
Ticks.
giant ticks are not what I want anywhere.
Foundation might
But like
be coming
So No Man's
along, but we
Sky
got a lot more
is,
work to do.
you know, you have to refill your stuff, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
technically survival mechanics, but it's not really like hard,
Mhm.
and it doesn't really have any detriment to you aside from if you don't do it, you'll die.
Yeah.
Clean up this,
So
fix that.
I don't think survival should be death
Mm.
in games. I think survival should be like detriment.
Got it.
I think that's a lot better as an idea. Like, okay, now you're cold and you're sluggish and you're hungry and you're exhausted. You're not dying like super fast,
Right.
but maybe you're gonna take a lot of negatives until you cure these conditions.
Sure. Sure. I can see that.
This place has a lot of potential.
Fun fact is that there was just a dead settler in here. So now I have a pipe pistol.
Perfect.
I know a guy.
How
With
much ammo you got?
8 rounds. We'll see how fast I can actually use that up. 8 rounds, and I have a machete. And so there's that. Alright. And there's probably more ticks. So there's...
You are in the woods.
That's right. I gotta check you for ticks.
Nathan is riddled with ticks.
I do. I have all sorts of ticks. And talks. Put them together.
Is it Skyrim?
Is it? Probably.
Are you walking out of Bleak Falls Barrow?
I am.
Sorry, are you walking out of the cave in Helgen? My bad.
That's okay. I also took an arrow to the knee. Hey, look, some old cars. 16 times the detail. Alright.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Welcome to Jurassic Park moment. Alright. So, yeah, in an open world setting like this, there usually are some survival mechanisms that go into this. I don't necessarily consider it a real RPG sort of moniker. I don't expect it in RPGs. I think that they do this mostly just because when you're, you know, installing a bunch of like crafting components and stuff. Oh, excuse. Sorry. Oh, they blow. Yeah, they blow up. They blow up in your
Look
face.
at that. You wasted most. Your bodies disappear as well. You wasted most of your ammo. Good job, proud of you.
I have 3 ammo. Ooh, purified water though. I might need that. I'm gonna see if I can actually go back to the whole thing where I needed to scrap stuff. Okay. Bulk screws, uptick blood sack. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Party hat. No, I'm never getting rid of the party hat. Craft. Can I craft ammunition?
You can craft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that's another thing about RPGs, is that the crafting systems. I know, like, in a lot of TTRPGs, they don't really do it. Do you usually...
That's not true.
They don't?
You are mostly familiar with 5e, which doesn't really have a crafting system.
It's interesting because there's a lot of craftsman kits that you can use, but you don't really see a lot of people go and start using, like, the herbalist sets and the, you know, tinkerer's sets, unless it's a specific case. But what RPGs are you thinking about that have crafting systems?
Well, 3.5 had a pretty in-depth crafting system. It just wasn't very good.
Oh. Even
If
better.
I wasn't very good, you mean utterly broken.
Yeah, it was... They're pretty obtuse when they're in tabletop for a number of reasons. Datum, does Genesis have a crafting system?
I know Star Wars did. I don't think Genesis kept it.
Yeah.
I
Generally,
could be wrong. It's been a little while since I've looked through them. Sadly, I haven't gotten to run any games for a while.
Yeah. Nathan, there's no pause in this game, by the way. You should probably put that on a hot button.
Yep, I'm going to have to do that.
Hold please, monster, will I pause?
Yeah, yeah, there's no pause in this game.
But yeah, tabletop is one of those things where crafting systems are generally not the greatest, I feel, because the way you interact with them is a lot of reading the book.
Right.
I think any crafting system in tabletop needs to amount to this is how much the components should cost.
Sure.
And then make a skill check and you can save some money by making it yourself.
Yeah. And it's not really great. There's not a lot you can really do with it aside from like, oh, I want to make a sword. And it's like 3.5. It's like, yeah. You basically take the... I'm not going to look these up because I don't care enough. But it was like, take the cost of the item and break it down to how long it would take to make the item. And you're making this item over days, if not weeks, depending on the item and the cost of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, I just want to forge a sword or a suit of armor. It's like, yeah, a suit of armor, plate mail will take you a month to make.
That's why would I bother doing
Pretty
that?
much. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I'm gonna pay somebody else for one that's already made then.
Right.
You know, it's like in your tabletop game when you make up the rules, you have to think about, you know, what you're trying to enable, right? And do you really want to make a system that is essentially be a blacksmith and an adventurer? And I guess you can, but you know, depending on what you're making, it may be kind of a waste.
Yeah. No, it's true. Oh, damn it. Okay. Vats! Help me out, Vats. Thanks. Can I...
Doing a great job.
There. Yeah. So, yeah, VATS works differently in this game than in most games. It's more like a targeting assist, because they obviously can't slow down anything when you're actually using VATS. And so if something ducks behind cover, it will, like, dip down to, like, 2% chance to hit, and they just use that instead of your actual aim valuation. So I don't usually use VATS. It's not particularly good. They made VATS bad. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, translating that system into a MMO in Lifetime doesn't seem like it would work so well.
And you would be absolutely right. It does not. And that is the problem with like a real-time combat in opposed to like a turn-based combat, which is very typical in RPGs. You don't usually see... Actually, yeah, I guess, you know, real-time combat is kind of an outlier when it comes to RPGs.
Well,
tabletop especially, but...
Well, it's something that takes place easier in a video game because it's happening all at the same time and the computer is rendering it all. Tabletop anything really doesn't have any sort of like real time as far as I'm aware.
Right.
It's
There
really
might
hard.
be some odd tabletop games with some real-time mechanics, but I've never played them.
Yeah, like I know when I was working on that one tabletop war game that I wanted to do, something where you took turns, but you know everything resolved at the end of the turn, so that it simulated everything taking place at the same time, which is kind of what I will do in like when we play D&D a lot of time. It's so if you guys absolutely murder a monster before it gets its initiative order, I'm like, all right, well, these are all still taking place in the same 6-second interval, so I'm gonna let it take its turn before it succumbs to those wounds.
Right. Yeah, you've mentioned that kind of system before, just to assume everybody's essentially going at the same time, unless they're literally getting an early strike or something like that. Like, I guess a first strike mechanic from Magic the Gathering. But if you don't have that in MTG, everybody does actually do damage at the same time when you get into combat. So it's kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
So back in the Icewind Dale days, that was my only exposure to pre 3.5 D&D. I remember the weapons had initiative values, and the faster weapon you had, the earlier you'd go in the round.
Oh.
Are you talking about the isometric RPGs?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not play those, but that's strange that the initiative was tied to the weapons.
Yeah, I remember like a dagger would have an initiative of something like 2, and a longsword would have like a 6. So someone with a dagger would go first, and that was a big deal. It would help you interrupt casters and things like that.
Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense as a translation, I suppose. Like as far as like translating from tabletop to a real world or real time,
Right.
where it doesn't necessarily matter about your dex score. The person who's got a faster weapon will probably swing it a bit faster. Generally, kill it. Do it. You got this.
Well, let's... Oh. Protectron! Die, Protectron! Come on, AP! There we go. I destroyed a robot.
Oh, AP is just like a stamina bar.
Oh yeah, AP they use for Welcome to Dark Souls Fallout Edition. Your AP, even you use it for swings too.
Do you use it for shooting?
You use VATS for shooting. That's actually a good question. I don't think you do.
So guns are the gold standard then.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I need you guys to send me my gamer card because I beat my first FromSoft game.
Oh,
Yes.
hey, which one?
Congrats. You've done
Bloodborne.
something Nathan and I have not done, I believe.
I've beaten some
that a
Souls-like games, but not... Wait, what?
Is it a monkey?
That is a beer hat. Would you like
know
me
what,
to
Don-
equip the beer
Don
hat?
Quixote, the beer hat.
There we go. Beer
That
hat.
seems like the only piece of headgear you should be allowed.
That's right. I am the man of La Mancha, and what is going on over there? That looks like a...
Protectron?
Protectron, yeah. There's
It's a
Protectrons over there.
Protectron racket. I hope you find a sentry bot.
I can only hope. Oh, I think I can actually level up. I can show you what the leveling system looks like in this. We can compare and contrast. Level up. Okay, so here's something I actually found very interesting about this compared to Fallout games in the past. Your special stats all start at 1, and then every time you
are subpar.
You are subpar, absolutely. And then every level, you get to put a point into one of your special stats. After you do that, you have cards that have a valuation. I'll show you once we get there. But special, what do I want to put? Luck. I'm just going to put all of my points into luck, because that's Don Quixote in a nutshell. I'll choose luck.
What'd you do for a stat? Luck dump.
So, yeah, and I access cards, and then the idea is that you could eventually trade out higher cards for lower cards, etc., etc. So this is a luck-based one that they're giving me called Pharma. 40% chance to find extra first aid chems in chem containers. And you can also upgrade the star ratings on these.
So can you only equip one perk or one card per ability?
Well, the idea, as you're going to kind of see, is that equip... Okay, there we go. Is that they will periodically give you, like, card packs. And so each of these cards has a point value, and you can stack as many cards as you want up to the point value of each of the stats. So, like, if I can get an agility, I could put a 1 stat card into each of my abilities at the front if I had them. And I can put up to 2 valuation into my luck, and I could trade out cards if I wanted to. That's how this system works.
Do you get the card back if you trade it out?
Yeah, it just stays, like, in your deck of... either being equipped or not equipped. So right now I'm just equipping it so that I could hopefully get more stuff in chests.
More chems. Do all the drugs.
I would love to do all the drugs. Okay, I have a machete.
And a beer hat.
What's that sound? Ooh, what is
A
this?
turret. A player's home.
Oh, you know what? Yes. Ooh, I'm just gonna harvest your corn. Excuse me. I'm just gonna get all of your fruit. Oh, sorry. Was he firing at me? Wait.
I like their neon sign that says hello on their door.
I love it. Excuse me. Hi.
I should go on a walk. You know what they say.
Well, the angry bots haven't killed you yet.
Is that an NPC inside?
I believe it is.
You can have NPCs in player homes?
Actually, yes. You meet several different kinds of NPCs through some of the starter quests. Through some of the quests, there's one that was like a crashed astronaut that I had. And then you can have one. Yeah.
Smash Mode's ally.
Thank you, Smash Mode's ally. Well, I hope Smash Mode doesn't mind if I just use this to scrap some stuff here. Thank you. Okay.
They have a water thing out there too.
Ooh, a water thing?
Yeah, it's right by the door.
Hold on.
Behind you.
Oh, behind me?
Yeah, outside the door. Outside it.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah,
There?
You're doing a very bad job of looking outside the door.
I'm just gonna... What is this? Looks amazing. Oh, is this
a glitch out?
Trophy.
There's nothing here.
Or what? I saw a water pump. Oh, maybe it's behind the sign. I'm sorry. It is. Behind the vault boy.
Oh, it's behind the vault boy. Yes. Smart. Okay, I'm
Thought it was
going...
on the other foundation.
I'm gonna collect some water. Or maybe not. Oh, dirty water added. Okay, I'm just gonna drink... I'm gonna get some rads, but... I don't know why I'm bothering doing that. Okay. Alright. Collect more of his... of his fruit. Thank you. Just gonna... Nice job you did here. This is great. Just gonna take...
So this is interesting to me, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, you have another player's home here.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, you could roleplay it like, hey, I'm a bit of a thief.
Right.
And that's kind of what's happening here. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
That's not to say that this player wouldn't want you there, and, you know, it's a game, so you don't want to take it too seriously, but if you're thinking about it in world,
yeah,
you're using this person's stuff, you're taking their stuff.
Oh, trust me.
Ask them.
Yeah, oh, trust me, they don't want me here. There's no way anybody just wants me walking through their house. Ooh, I can just make some gunpowder for a bullet that I don't have. That's great.
I think that comes down to, again, the intent you want to have in the game. Not necessarily as players, but as the creators. For, say, No Man's Sky, again, with their expeditions. Players that go through it and do stuff really fast will set up bases and say, label the bases like, this has all the stuff you need here, come here and take it. Because you can set up multiple bases. So it's like, you'll find it in the base, it will just be labeled all plants. Feel free to loot or whatever like that. So you just go in and you can just loot it, and they're helping everyone out. You know, they're like, yeah, we're really good at this game. We're going to help everyone else out to get the rewards, which is neat. In a game like this, where it's the wasteland survival, and I'm guessing there are going to be people like that just want to, you know, be thieves and murderers and all of that good stuff.
Love it, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, would you want someone going into your base? Could you set your turrets to auto-fire on players that come in if they're not, like, whitelisted?
Yeah. I don't know if you can actively make enemies in this game.
I know when it first came out, the PvP was broken, to say
Yeah.
the least.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like, what was it? You have to shoot somebody in order
Yeah.
to engage a duel, and then they have to shoot you back to start the duel.
Right, and that
And-
was exploitable.
It was super exploitable because someone would shoot you, and then you would take out a shotgun and just like triple tap them and kill them.
Somebody is attacking me?
Feel like that's a player.
Nope. That's
Oh.
a scorched. Hold on. I'm gonna go get scorched.
You're gonna go take all of their
Oh boy, that was great. Okay. Come on.
Did you just headshot them?
I did. There we go.
Oh, nice. They are very weak. They look plasma cartridges. Too bad you had a pipe rifle.
I
Or
would
pipe
have.
pistol, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you know, oh, I did headshot. I didn't think I was that good. I'm not. Oh, there's a teddy bear. Yeah,
What did
so
the block spell?
what did the block spell?
Yeah, with the teddy bear.
Oh.
Also, does your Pip-Boy have a flashlight?
It does. Apu.
Or Oopa? Or Pow?
Opa. Opa. What's this? Oh, search. Okay.
Alright then.
Don't bother
Look at
searching
all
corpses.
these Fallout 4 assets.
Yeah, exactly. Look at. But Alex,
These don't.
it has 16 times the
It doesn't look like it's got any more of the detail.
Doesn't it? I have this on ultra settings. Isn't this amazing looking?
This looks worse than my Fallout 4.
Yeah, I know.
But I also have a ton of mods on my Fallout 4, so.
Yeah, they definitely did an acid flip on basically everything in this game.
Is it a flip? It's their assets. It's just reusing
It's true.
it.
It's
I don't think
true.
they're flipping them.
Yeah. They're just reusing it. But then again, most of what Fallout 76 was based on like the same engine and technology that they had when they did 4 anyway, which is why there's so many similarities.
Don't they have the Creation Club engine, or not Creation Club? Don't they have the Creation Engine 2 now?
That's what they're gonna have for Starfield.
Great. Shame Starfield looks terrible.
Yep.
Hey, bobby pins.
We'll take the bobby pins. I
know
will
how I know how I knew that was bobby pins?
because it had a bobby pin box.
Because it's the exact same everything as Fallout 4.
That's an actual cat.
An actual cat.
An actual
And it didn't
cat.
run away instantly.
It did knock the vase over, not a real cat.
This is true. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I actually got a couple rounds of ammunition. Hold on though. I think I got a plus. Did I get a Yeah, the way
It's a
they
laser pistol.
Oh, there is a short laser pistol. Thank you for letting me
See that they
know.
brought the condition back from Fallout New Vegas.
Oh yeah, it's back. Yeah.
That sounds so dumb.
Yep. In fact,
Here's another thing I hate in
oh, I also don't have the
quote-unquote
level.
RPGs in games, for video games specifically.
Yeah.
Weapon degradation.
Yeah. And in the same vein, the problem I'm having here, these weapons are also leveled.
Oh,
so-
even better.
So the short laser pistol is a level 5. I have to get to level 5 before I can even use it.
I don't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. I mind having weapons break.
Yeah.
So this kind of invites another comparison with tabletop, right? Because in tabletop, having a weapon break at a moment that's a story driving moment.
Oh yeah.
But when you have like a meter and it just goes down a tiny bit every time you use it in a computer game,
Mm-hmm.
and it just breaks when it breaks, it's more of a strategic choice than a story choice.
Yeah, like Breath of the Wild, where it's like, oh, I could use this really good weapon, but it only lasts a few times, and I have to use a different one. Or I could save it until
yeah.
I really need it. It's like, all right, well now I'm not going to use it because I want it for later. It's the same like
Sure.
with potions in games. It's do people use them? No,
Mm.
they save them until they think they need them, and then they never end up using them.
Yeah, I think they're driven in RPGs to do it, and I think Breath of the Wild is a little different, but that's another matter. In RPGs, they're driven to do this for some simulationist need,
Mm-hmm.
but usually things are way too fragile.
Yeah.
Right? Like you use them like 20 times and they break.
Right.
Whereas in like a tabletop game, almost none of them have these kinds of mechanics except to maybe a very broad level. Like the weapon is damaged mechanic and you need to repair it at some point, and that could happen based on a die roll.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually it's on nat ones.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Mm.
I
45
think
ammo.
if you were to do something like that in tabletop, it would be, oh yeah, you've been attacking stone golems for the last 2 days. Your sword is rather, dull.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should sharpen it.
Yeah.
Genesis has a mechanic like that.
Does it?
Yeah, when you roll the dice in Genesis, you can get what amount to critical failure results, and I won't go into the exact nature of that, but basically you wrap the fiction around some bad thing happening, and that would be a prime example. They're like, you've been fighting these enemies that would dull your sword over the course of the last few days, and oh, this time it broke.
Oh, okay. I have seen some like the third-party supplemental stuff that they've done for like 5e, where they have like special items, and then if you have to like roll a d100 or a d20 sometimes, and if you like hit a 1 on a d20, it breaks, so you can't use it again. That's like a very common thing I keep seeing pop up.
Interesting.
And then it breaks and it's gone forever. Thanks for having special item, but it's gonna be gone now.
And you rolled a 1 the first time?
Yeah. I have to be level 25 to manage my special. Oh, I can use the stash box in anybody's house as my own stash box.
Oh, great. Steal all their stuff.
No, I can't steal their stuff. This is my box now.
Oh, it's yours. So it's not really a stash. It's not really their stash.
It's like an exchange. I'm just gonna see if I can put a few things.
Extra dimensional space that belongs to you.
It's a bag of holding for everybody. Is pretty much what it amounts to. Do I even want these?
All right. So Crave just asked a great question. I don't know if her microphone is muted, so I'm gonna ask it because I have her line muted because she's sitting next to me. She said, "Are there MMOs that are not RPGs?"
I mean, like, shooters, I guess, like Halo, are kind of... Are those massively multiplayer,
Are those
though?
MMOs or are those, like, battle arenas?
I mean, wasn't there a shooter that was, like, a 100-man lobby, like,
I
the
mean,
large-scale kind of ones
if we're
that you could
talking,
drop
like,
and drop out?
Planet Side,
Yes.
it's not really an MMO, but it is massive.
Yes.
I don't think it calls itself an MMO.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna double check that.
Well, that brings up a different kind of question, though. What would you consider to be an MMO?
Well, MMO by nature is massively multiplayer online.
Right. Right. So what do you consider massively multiplayer? Like, because I would say PlanetSide, if it has, like, hundreds of people in it, is massively multiplayer and is indeed online.
It does say it's massively multiplayer.
Yeah.
It doesn't say MMO, it says massively multiplayer. Even
Right.
though it is also online, so I mean...
Ooh,
Are we dealing with kind of a mixed up terminology here where,
I mean,
RPGs did it first, so it got associated with RPGs, but now
maybe.
lots of types are going massive.
Maybe. I mean, I know Josh Strife Hayes did a video the other day about MMO YouTubers. Alright, PlanetSide 2 currently has 2,400 people in game.
Okay.
By all accounts, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all playing together?
I'm not sure how their servers work, but I know their maps can support a very large number. Fortnite is not on Steam, right? Is it?
Fortnite should be on everything.
I think it's owned by Epic, so I don't think so.
I still think that they will allow it on. You can check, but I'm pretty sure Fortnite is. Can I repair this?
I have live player statistics.
And
Cool,
I
cool,
mean,
cool.
really want to join a
I
band.
just searched Fortnite on Steam and didn't find it, but if
Peak
that's worth
players
anything.
in a day on Fortnite in the last 30 days is 23 million.
Okay. That does feel massively multiplayer.
I think the difference between like an online game and a massively multiplayer online game would be that like Fortnite is people are playing smaller matches.
Mm-hmm.
There are 23 million people playing, but there are not 23 million people playing the same game at the same time. Like, they're not all in the same world. Nice garden gnome.
I'm gonna get that. This is Cheswick 1.
At its peak, I don't know how many people were on a given server in WoW. Was it 5 digits?
Probably.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So that's pretty large. But that's WoW also. I mean, WoW was the biggest for a long time.
Yes, and still one of the biggest. Even though Blizzard is doing everything they can to make it not.
Just trying to destroy their IPs
Look,
left and...
it's a
That was
mole
a
rat.
mole rat. The Wayward. Oh!
Hey, look,
There we
you found
go.
the mole rat.
Yep, mole rat's dead. What does
Panic
this...
shot it. Good going.
Good. Oh, thank you. Opening soon. Food, drinks, all kinds. Welcome. Okay, cool. Well,
Are
like,
you all kinds?
I'm all kinds of trouble is what I am. Scavengers. Okay, that's always good. Logs.
But I guess the real question comes down to, are there games that are MMOs that are not RPGs? And I guess if you classify Fortnite with 23 peak million players, it is massive. It is multiplayer and online, but is it what we consider an MMO?
And I go back to, is this just a terminology issue where MMO was coined for RPGs because, that's what RPGs, those were the games that were massively multiplayer and online. Right, so that might be one of those questions of, is it even a useful distinction anymore, right?
That's
Probably
true.
not.
That's
Probably
true.
not.
Because now everything's multiplayer and online. Like, how many games don't have multiplayer? Indies, some curated single-player experiences, but tons of companies and game types have multiplayer experiences built in.
Right. And in some ways, this is online. This is multiplayer. I don't know if you'd consider it massively multiplayer. They probably would have liked it to be. But the servers were set up for it. So would this be considered an MMO? Probably. They might want it to be.
We can kind of suss out the intention, right?
Yeah.
Just because it failed to meet the intention doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Exactly. If they intended it to be something... Ooh, I can learn how to make a metal bed. Sweet. I'm taking it. Thank you. Yeah, if they intended this to be massively multiplayer, I would normally say that it should be associated with that. Like that, because the fact that it fails doesn't mean that it's not in that category. Like there are RPGs that aren't very good, but you would still, like, if they want to refer to it as an RPG, I suppose that it would still be in the category. But maybe it wasn't good because it's not the kind of game that people usually associate with RPGs.
So then you have this other problem, right? Which is, should you be able to identify something externally without knowledge of its self-identity? That's a little philosophical.
Yes. It's too philosophical for me. I have to think about that.
It's like we can look at, we'll just use the old idiom about a duck, right? It walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. Should we be able to examine the game from outside and make a determination about what it was trying to be?
Right.
You know, and we know what Fallout 76's capabilities are. Right? It was supposed to be able to house a lot of people. So we can make some reasonable statement that it was probably meant to be an MMO, even if it's not got a lot of people playing it.
Right, exactly. No, I think the intention of the people that made the game does matter to some degree. I think what players get out of it and perceive it at also matters, because obviously they are the ones that the game is being presented to. It's sort of... So that's sort of like a death of the author sort of scenario, right? Like it's like the people that, like, you have the artist that makes a thing, and then you have everybody that sees the art and interprets it how they want and iterates on top of it. It's like who takes ownership over the piece of art that has been made. In some ways, like you can have the team that made it consider it to be, this is the kind of game I want, and these are the categories that it falls into, and then you can have everybody that plays it say, that's not really what I got out of the experience. Like, I wanted to make a psychological horror game, but it's actually about a literature club. And
right.
So how many people are going to, like, play a DDLC, play the first half of DDLC, get bored, stop playing it, and don't ever consider it to be a psychological horror game? They consider it to be like a dating sim that was kind of boring for them because they didn't actually play the whole thing to find those elements that were supposed to be in there in the first place when Salvato made it. So I think that there are two different parts here. It's like, well, it's the team that actually builds it, and then it's the people that are playing it and what they get out of it. I would say that in terms of role-playing experience, you can throw that label on so many different games that can give elements that make people feel like there are... Like, when I see RPG slapped onto a game, I assume that they're trying to give larger, like, deeper customization elements to what your character is going to do. What you are going to be doing in the game, where the game actually is going to react to you playing a role. However, if the players get a hold of it, and it feels just like an action game where you're going around smacking things really hard, and then the game ends, they might not consider it an RPG. And they might label it differently because of that.
So an example from real life that I've experienced, there's a card game. It's called Marrying Mr. Darcy. It is exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, God.
You're playing as basically a character from
Jane Austen
novels, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you are trying to marry the highest value bachelor.
Sure.
But the game self-describes as an RPG. But when I played it with my wife, it doesn't look anything like an RPG to me. It's a game. It's a good game. It's not even bad. Like, I'm not attacking it. It's kind of a fun, simple card game that people who like those books can really get into. And folks like me can play it with them and,
Oh,
have
sure.
some fun with the gameplay mechanics.
Sure.
So it wasn't a bad experience. I'm not attacking it, but I am gonna point out that externally looks nothing like an RPG, and you wanting to call it an RPG doesn't necessarily make it right.
Right. Yeah, I think it would be hard. Card games are a hard one to categorize so much of the time, too. Because I don't like Magic the Gathering.
Technically, there's a story in Magic.
There is, but like when you're playing it, how much of that story actually comes through?
None of it.
Exactly. So I don't
only-
feel like I'm playing a role.
I think the only time the quote-unquote story in Magic takes any precedence is when you're playing Commander,
Not sure about that.
and not even then. It's only because they've got, here's this Commander, which you are. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, well, it's not... Is it really an RPG? Or is it just a card game with some story tacked on? Very little
Right.
story tacked on. That your choices don't really matter, except for the fact that you've got, your deck full of choices.
Right.
I have some buddies who collect and play Magic, and they get me to play every once in a while. Frankly, the way they play it, they just kind of show each other the card, and it takes them about 3 seconds to resolve the effect. Like, no one reads the flavor text, no one reads the cards. I'm the slow one because I don't know what anything does. But there's the story never comes up.
Interesting.
Sometimes they have Japanese versions of the cards, and I just have to trust them that they're telling me the truth.
They
oh,
are.
yeah, this one says I win the game. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Vault-Tec's got some nifty toys.
Oh yeah, interesting side note about the game is that once they did the Wastelander Settlers expansion, they needed to figure out a way to actually justify you actually having more like personal storylines, because it wasn't really built for that when there weren't like NPCs in the Wasteland. But they wanted you to feel like you could actually do something meaningful in the game, but they could only like put them into certain instances. So this is a team-only interior that we're going into, and it's a private area that's unique specifically to my character. And the decisions that I make there are sort of outside the realm of the overworld, so that I have a personal storyline, and what I do in those interiors with the NPCs is going to be different for everybody. But they're not in the overworld itself. Yeah.
So it's an instance?
It's like an instance where these interior spaces don't have a massively multiplayer component. These are like where the single-player experiences come in, where the choices that you make do matter to your story specifically.
Okay, so it's an instance that actually has story that matters.
Exactly.
So this is where the actual role-playing comes in.
This is where the actual role-playing of this role-playing game can actually take place. Make important story choices that do have large consequences, and progress is saved less frequently, so make sure that you save. So we're going to go into the bar.
Make sure you save?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to save this game?
No. No, the auto-saves don't save as frequently when you're in the interior space.
Wait. There are auto-saves in this game?
Should be.
It's not just like everything you do?
Oh, it should be everything.
Incrementally?
Yeah, but they don't save constantly when you are in the interior spaces.
That's... I mean, I guess it's like a dungeon in WoW.
Exactly.
Yeah, they probably don't want you to, like, quit in the middle of a conversation like this and then not be able to, figure out what's going on the next time you start.
Oh, my luck is finally going to have a thing that I can do. I'm the last thing you're ever going to see. That's great. I could have had a charisma thing, but I don't have the possibility. But no, luck. I'm no gun expert, but there is supposed to be something... But is there supposed to be something in... Yes, perfect.
Shit. Jammed. Fine. But none of us are going anywhere till I get what I want.
What do you
Just
want?
start talking and we can all go about our lives.
Perfect.
I told you it was gonna end badly.
See?
Now I'm hoping you're here to have.
Look at that. You resolved everything by someone else shooting him in the head.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Han Solo ghoul form.
Yep.
Ghoul Solo?
Mort. Yep.
That's a bad name for him. It's Ghoul
Because he
Solo.
needs a mortician. Oh, it's funny. Okay.
Names for professions. I forget what that's called.
Yeah.
When you have a name that fits your profession.
Oh.
Like when you're a baker named Jim Baker.
Bread baker. Somebody named you Bread Box.
Like the former president of Nintendo US, I think. Whatever
Current
that-
one is Bowser.
Is it current?
Doug
Sorry, I thought it
Bowser,
was-
yeah.
I thought it was the former one.
No, it's Doug Bowser.
Yep, a name for the job.
Yeah.
There's an attorney named Kevin Crooks.
Yeah.
That's enjoyable.
Yeah. It's like if you have a proctologist named Dr. Butts.
It's Seymour.
Dr. Seymour Butts. It's when you actually have the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. It's that. I am going to just sell some things to get very, very few credits. They're very stingy with credit, with your caps in this game.
Gotta give you a reason to buy those premium currencies.
Oh, you certainly do.
Is it really an MMO if there aren't premium currencies?
No.
I think it's standard now. It would be rare.
Paid MMOs typically don't have them. Like pay for
Even sometimes they
subscription.
do, though.
Now.
That's true.
Like, in addition to...
Like World of Warcraft has the WoW token, I guess. It's not premium currency, but you can use it to, say, purchase game time, or you can use it to buy gold in World, or you can sell them, or whatever you want, or you can buy them with gold. But it's not like the same thing as a premium currency with cash shop. I don't feel.
Right.
That's fair.
Not exactly good for a budding business.
I am worried about like a Diablo 4, just because I feel like they're going to sell you the game, and then they're also going to sell you the thing that makes the game fun. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. Hopefully they don't, but Blizzard is gonna Blizzard, so. But I don't know, like, when it comes to RPGs, I'm kind of curious how everybody feels about, like, not just microtransactions, but, like, DLCs as a general idea. Like, even if it's, like, content packs that they make you pay for, are we okay with that? Or is it just kind of like they're trying to sell me the rest of the game pieced out like it's a Frankenstein monster?
Depends on how complete the game was at launch.
Yes.
If the game was very, bare bones at launch, and they're trying to sell me, $15 expansions to finish it out, I won't be real happy about that. But
right.
If they've made a good game and they're selling me some DLCs, I treat that like the old expansions, right?
Yep.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Don't like microtransactions on principle for the most part. I mean, I judge them case by case.
Right. I think since we're in Fallout at the moment, it's similar to in 3. There were 5 different content packs, and the one that is usually considered one of the better ones is also the one that I consider a real cheap out, which was Broken Steel. Broken Steel was the one where they literally did have to fix the end of the game with the content pack, because in Fallout 3, when you get to the end, it literally just ends the game. You go into the reactor and you die of radiation poisoning, no matter what you do. And people were like, no, we wanted to keep playing the game, please. And so Broken Steel was where you do get better after that, and there's a whole storyline where you have to take on the Enclave after that. So they sold you the better.
Mutant go in there, it's fine.
Yeah, but see, in the original game, when they didn't have Broken Steel, Fox goes, "Unfortunately, I can't go in, friend." And the ghoul that you could have had follow you, or Sergeant, whatever his name was, the bot, they wouldn't have been affected by it either, but they refused to go in. All of them refused to go into the reactor. You have to do it. So in the so when they did Broken Steel, they made those options, but even if you go in, the Brotherhood picks you up and takes you back, and there's more storyline after that, dealing with the consequences of your actions. And then you go and you fight the Enclave afterward. So I don't like that because they had to fix the game and sell you a pack to fix the game. The other ones that they did, like Point Lookout, where it's a whole different area that you go to, and there's a whole other storyline associated with it that does not involve the game, that would be the kind of pack that's justified because they've created something new and unique that just uses the game as the framework in order to get you there. The Pit, that was also kind of famous, where you go to Pittsburgh and you get trapped in the mines there, where they just make you break rocks all day in the hot sun, and then you fight the law and win, is a whole separate thing from the game. Similar to in New Vegas, where they did like Dead Money and Honest Hearts, etc. So that's fine. But I know what Dadam's saying, is that when they have to fix the game by selling you a content pack, or the real ending is in the content pack, I think Neo did something like that. No, that should be a free patch. That should be a free patch to the game.
Well, that goes back to like No Man's Sky again, which has had a ton of updates since launch.
Oh yeah, and those were all
big
free.
Updates,
yeah,
and they've all been free. But part of that goes back to the fact their launch was abysmal.
Their launch was abysmal, and Hello Games made seemed to make a very concerted effort to regain their reputation that had been sorely destroyed when they originally launched that game.
I will defend Fallout 3 just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's that is a chunk of game, right?
Fallout 3 is big.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
for me, personally, I judge it fine. Yeah,
Sure.
the content pack changes the end a little bit. Maybe not the best move, but at the same time, if I bought Fallout 3 for $60, which I think I did back in the day,
Yeah.
and I didn't buy any content packs, by the way, I'd have been satisfied with that game.
Sure.
Yeah, like a good example, I mean, probably,
Not sure I've got enough
jeez,
on hand,
I can't even think one I've bought,
unfortunately.
one I've bought, to be honest.
We're gonna draw them
I've
in
been
by
pretty
making them
discerning, I
think
guess.
you're crank.
Well, what you do is that if you go back and play it, you get like the Ultimate Editions or the Game of the Year editions, and
yeah.
then you just, it's all in there anyway, and you don't necessarily even think about it. That's what I would always recommend with like New Vegas. Is like when I originally played it, I did buy everything, but when I got the one for the PC, I just bought the Ultimate Edition, and everything's in there, even the Gunrunner stuff, and that's good because it was all good stuff. I liked everything that they put in, but you don't have to think about what content packs you have.
I look at like Devil May Cry 5, and they did a microtransaction that was basically buy a bunch of orbs to buy the upgrades.
Yeah,
Did they?
they did.
What?
Yeah, the red orb
Do you
pack.
want to play the game, or do you just want to get all for free without playing the game? Well, not even for free.
I mean, that's a case where I can just choose not to buy it, but it just felt weird that it existed.
Yeah.
Hey, if you need a
What are you?
Yeah.
I'm okay with like a lot of cosmetic things being paid for,
And so you know,
Mm.
you might have to break some.
because it's not affecting gameplay. It's not making it pay to win. It's just for hey, you want this to look cool? That's fine. But once you get into pay for advancement, I'm like, no.
Yeah, I like the I like pay $5 to win the game. That's always fun.
I'm playing Back for Blood right now, and
okay,
it's pretty good. I really have enjoyed the base game. I'm playing with a small group of friends. We're going through the campaign. And they're coming out with 3 expansions. They're $15 each. At least they seem to be. Don't know yet. Only one of them's out. And the expansions aren't real meaty. I'm going to be honest there.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how I feel about them. I bought the first one. You know, like I said, it adds something, but does it add enough? That I'm not so sure about.
Yeah. Yeah. Back for Blood is the one that's sort of like an homage to Left 4 Dead, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
I was going to say. Because, as we all know, Valve is allergic to the number 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just never got into Left 4 Dead as a concept, I guess. I've tried it. I did try it. But it's not really the kind of game. Maybe because I don't have, like, people around me that would play it with me.
I thought you were going to say because you don't have friends.
That.
I didn't get into Left 4 Dead either, and I got into Back for Blood because the people around me are playing it.
Got it. That makes sense.
So, we've talked a little bit about RPGs and you know what makes it and the choices you make and that sort of thing. So, going to that question that I posed, what's the common element between like a JRPG, an SRPG, an ARPG, all these different kinds of computer RPGs we talk about?
Right. Well, I think that you would normally have some kind of a leveling system. How much you do in that leveling system, I don't really know. I've seen some that pretty much just say that you just level up. Congratulations, number be higher now. And ones that actually actively make you make decisions. I would say that it's a little hard to justify it being an RPG if they just say that the number goes up. Because that feels like a basic game mechanic. I would assume that I have to make some kind of choices about my character themselves, both when they level up, how they level up, and through the choices that they make in the game. I would say that would be a common element.
Speaking of choices, aren't you leveling up right now?
I am, and I'm going to put another point into luck. And I actually get to choose a perk, don't I? Either I can do Scrounger, which I kind of like, or I could upgrade Pharma.
I say you go with the one that gives you more ammo.
Yeah, Scrounger, definitely. Thank you, Scrounger. Okay, so I will put that right there, please. Nope. Oh my god. Perks. There. Good.
Perks for days.
I will eventually get a pack at, like, level, I want to say 5, like, every 5 levels. They'll, like, just give you a pack of them. So we'll actually be able to do more once that happens. I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye forever, everybody. Also, those instances are really good places if you need to check your inventory and do stuff, because you won't have those random ticks coming and destroy and hitting you. So, good to note.
So do you think the term RPG should indicate some kind of common experience with tabletop?
Like when people pick up an RPG, they would be reminded of the more classic role-playing experiences of tabletop, like it's informed by the tabletop RPG?
Sure, think about it like this. If you buy an action game,
Sure.
then that term action has some meaning, and if you're watching an action movie and playing an action game, you have some idea of what to expect.
Sure.
Maybe the translation can be tough between mediums, right? But
True.
there are going to be common elements, pacing and things like that in mind.
Sure. Yeah, I think, Alex, you were talking a little bit about the idea of actually that it does matter if you're actually taking on a role itself and not just being assigned a character.
Was I?
You had, at one point, the idea that you didn't... There was a game that you had played... I don't know which one, but you had played a game, and it was... It just had you be a character, and you were like, this doesn't feel like a role-playing experience. They're just giving me a character to play.
I mean, that's a lot of JRPGs, if you want to be fair.
It's true. It's true. It's every Final Fantasy.
Oh, you've activated my trap card.
Yep. So there you go. If you're playing a character that is assigned to you in, like, a Final Fantasy game, does that mean Final Fantasy isn't a role-playing game? Trap card's activated.
No, it just means it's a linear role-playing game.
Ah, okay.
What choices do you make in, say, let's go with original Final Fantasy VII? I think most people
Never
have
played
that.
it.
Never played
Refuse to
it?
play it.
What, have you played any Final Fantasy games?
Yeah, I've played 10 and a bit of 10-2, and I played some of 8, and I played the one that Nathan still has that belongs to me.
You can't even play it with your current system.
I don't care.
And I don't have...
Collector's edition. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. And I tried Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about Final Fantasy X makes it an RPG?
Well, again, that would probably just be character customization because you don't get to, like, choose your character. So for that one, it would be party composition and the way you can level your characters.
And so it's an RPG, but really only in combat.
Pretty much.
Mm.
It's a very linear experience.
Because you don't have any effect on the story. You're basically... Well, there's very little you're doing story-wise, if anything at all.
I will say that Final Fantasy X-2 at least has a bit of outcome on the story depending how much you do. If you 100% it, the outcome, the finale is slightly different than if you say only 99%. But that is
Do you know how much of a pain that is, the 100%? Did you do it?
No, I don't think I ever got that far. I played it before I got 10, then I played 10 and went, wow, 10 is way better.
I tried to 100% 10 too, back in the PS2 days, right?
Yeah.
And if you accidentally skip a millisecond of a cutscene, it will take away your 100%.
Fun.
Yeah. I apparently made a mistake at some point along the line, and I just dropped the game.
Yeah, I don't like that type of thing in a game. It's very much so, oh yes, make sure you use the guide for the entire game or you're going to miss it. It's like, are you familiar with Night Trap?
I haven't played it, but I know what it is.
Oh my god.
You've seen it though, right?
Oh yeah.
That game is... I've never played it, I've seen it too. That one is like, yeah, you're not even watching the story in the game if you want to complete the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would argue that JRPGs are only RPGs by tradition, for the most part. There are some JRPGs that are significantly outside what I'm about to say. But like, if you look at the traditional Final Fantasy games, they were attempts at implementing tabletop combat mechanics and attaching a story to it. And while that's fair, I think if I had to classify them from outside, I would just call them turn-based strategy games that are story-driven.
Hmm.
And maybe that's semantics, right? Maybe that's what JRPG means. But when I look at JRPG and compare at a JRPG, most of them, and compare it to, say, what you're doing right now, Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
very different experience, even though they both have leveling. They both have that RPG element.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I think the thing that occasionally would take me out of JRPGs was that there were a lot of...
Nathan is very not a fan of JRPGs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've played a few of them. There are ones that I am okay with. I like the... Well, I finished Final Fantasy 15. But the Tales franchise, a lot of those I like. But the thing that usually bothered me was that there's a lot of times in JRPGs where they go into, like, some long cutscenes or dialogue pieces where the characters are explaining the story to you, and you don't have a lot of agency. The storylines where they kind of take a lot of that agency away from you, and you're just sort of watching the story, makes it feel more like a movie I didn't sign up for than a game that I'm actively playing. And I think that was one of the reasons why I skipped out on several of them.
I was playing Tales of Berseria a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to that point probably 30% in the game where you encounter the final boss and you have that boss fight.
Yep.
You know? And it's an auto lose. No
Yep.
matter how well you perform, you lose.
Yep.
So and I was winning. Like, there was no way I would have lost if the fight had, ended naturally.
Sure.
And I think that when that happens, I find myself out of it, and I'm thinking, is this really an RPG, or am I playing somebody's novel?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And that's where I have trouble with using the term RPG, because, like, there are RPGs that are experiences that you would expect from tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
They're not perfect. You're never going to get them perfect, right? But
right.
you can get a much closer experience with, say, even The Witcher, where you play a defined character, or Skyrim, where you can choose factions to play and ignore the main story.
Which is generally how we play Skyrim.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. You never actually do the story in Skyrim. Are you kidding me?
I've only done it once.
You have?
Only once. Because I wanted to say I beat Skyrim.
You actually beat Skyrim. Did you do both of the storylines?
Yes, I did the Civil War and I did the Dragon War.
Okay. I think most people consider the actual Dragon storyline to be the story. Because usually when they say, can you beat Skyrim doing yada yada yada, it's the Parthenax, Alduin storyline of figuring out what to do with these dragons. What to do with all of these dragons out here.
Kill them with fire.
Yep. You definitely have to kill it with fire.
Well, think about it for a moment, right? What separates a visual novel from an RPG?
The dating.
Overseer's Log, south of Vault 76. I knew this wasn't
Yeah.
going to be the Appalachia I remember.
Yeah, the dating definitely is a factor.
Mutated animals, haywire bots.
I mean, in Final Fantasy VII, you can,
We have to be
romance some characters in Gold Saucer.
what I can
Oh,
confirm.
yeah.
Can you?
Hostile territory. Fortunately,
I don't know.
was prepared.
It's tricky, right? It's a very tricky thing to figure out, because I worry that, and it's a silly worry, it's a trivial matter, but
All built with the
RPG is a really easily applied term.
Sure.
And
It's like game is a very easily applied term.
Just add resources,
Yep.
planning,
I agree completely, right? Because is a visual novel a game? What are you actually doing?
Sure.
You know, you're making choices. I mean, the visual novel has choices in it. It has branching paths. It starts to look a little like an RPG that way. But is there a stake? Is there an objective? Is there, gameplay element? That's tough to evaluate.
Yeah, it is. I mean, technically, like, right now, I made a bunch of decisions in the last 5 minutes. I decided, like, where I was going to walk, what I was going to pick up, what I was going to scrap. Is that role-playing, though? Or is that just playing the game because a game has to be... I think someone once said that a game is making a series of interesting choices. That doesn't necessarily mean it's an RPG.
I think that goes back to what Adam was talking about before with the resource management.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that as a game, most RPGs are resource management games. And the RP part is your influence upon the world, the story, stuff like that. Your ability to express a character by making choices.
Yeah. Right now, I had a choice whether I wanted to sit down and play a banjo or the guitar, and obviously I played the banjo. That's a role-playing choice entirely, because frankly, this serves nothing. This serves nothing whatsoever.
The game gives you that option, and that's a good option to enable.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's kind of trivial, but if you have enough of those kinds of options, it becomes more of an expression.
Oh sure.
I would argue MMOs are probably more pure role-playing experiences than a lot of JRPGs.
Oh, thank God.
Oh sure.
Because of how much you are able to do, or a different reason?
It's just so good to see. Let's talk downstairs.
That and the fact that
Cozy as
the
this place
existence of other
is,
players enables
someone I'd
role-playing.
like you to meet.
If you hop on a role-playing server in a lot of those games, you can do some real role-playing.
Look around.
Oh yeah. Certainly. It is kind of a shame that, like, MMOs don't really allow for as much of the actual role-playing experience, because you would think that with having all of these people in the same place, as actual human players, and I think that was kind of the hope with, like, Fallout 76, you could really have more actual role-playing experiences where everybody actually takes on a persona and does something. And obviously they didn't do that.
Yeah. There's a quote, something along the lines of, players will always optimize the fun out of every game. I think Josh Strife Hayes mentioned it.
Yeah.
In one of his videos, and it's really good.
Yeah, it is, and accurate. It's the min-maxing of things. It's like, oh, I'm gonna figure out the best way to play this game, the optimal way. Oh my god, I was listening to RPG horror stories the other day, and they had one, and I was sitting there like going, wait, what? They had this guy who was sitting there saying, like, I was just going into forums to see if I could find a game and if they were looking for players. So there was this group of friends, and they were going to be playing this module, and it used 5e, but it was like a third-hand module. Okay, cool. And they wanted to make it clear, like, this is going to be a really difficult, campaign, and, like, no weird characters or whatever, no anime, no nothing, like, none of these things. And so the guy was like, all right. And, here's the module, this is what we're going to be playing. Okay, cool, so it's kind of like a sword and board, almost Conan the Barbarian sort of thing. Okay, great, yeah, fine. He gets into the game, and it's like two other players and the guy running it, and they all know each other. And they start out and they're in this arena. and all of a sudden, like, a bunch of people attack because it's, gladiator stuff. And he goes, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to attack the guy with the armor. And they go, why are you attacking the guy with the armor? He's got magical armor. You should be defending him so that the sorcerer can protect you, or so that the sorcerer can take that character and attack them. And it's kind of going, okay, how do I know that? How was I supposed to know that it has magical armor? Did you not read the module? Wait, what? Yeah, you need to read through the module so you know what's going to happen in the game, so that you know how we're going to deal with each situation. These guys had the idea that they wanted to play a role-playing game where they knew exactly how all of the encounters work, so that they could optimize the best way to deal with each encounter before they had even happened.
So let me say something.
Yeah.
That is the horror story, right? The horror story
Yeah.
is you're expected to read the module. now,
yeah.
I will also say that if you're fighting someone who has magical armor, and the GM is not, at least to some extent, signaling that,
yeah,
and that, hey, this guy is well protected.
Oh yeah.
That might also be a problem.
Oh
right?
yeah. There would have
Because-
been ways that they could address that, though.
Absolutely. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not a horror story. It is a horror story. But,
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of sometimes the combat being pretty tough.
Sure.
But I think sometimes people mistake that for, this like deep metagaming, must know everything that's going to happen ahead of time. Must have read the monster manual in full and apply the knowledge in game.
Yeah, like I thought that the fun thing about RPGs, for me at least, is I don't know what's going to happen. I'm making choices along the way. My character's learning things and it's growing, and then, oh no, what happens now? I never thought about the idea that there might be players out there that literally they have all the players like research the whole thing so that they like go, okay, we're going to figure out the most optimal way to deal with every single situation, and then build characters and like and pick spells and abilities that are going to best suit how we deal with each and every one of those encounters. It's I would not have thought to do that. If they enjoy it, okay, but I wouldn't want to play that way at all. There's no there. It means that there's like no problem solving for me. There's no creativity to it for me. I don't feel like I'm playing a role. I feel like at that point it feels like I'm back onto like a tactical map where you've tried to tell me like this is the optimal way to play the game. Congratulations, you win now. Like it's a puzzle game. It's a Sudoku that I'm playing in role-playing form. But
Stay careful out there.
I don't know.
Together we've made Appalachia
Have you
safer.
ever heard of anything like that? Was the first time I had heard anything like that happening.
That's outside my experience. I mean, I can imagine it because of two things, right? One would be the feedback between tabletop RPGs and video games, which is very real and is a long conversation. The other would be the fact that tabletop RPGs have kind of evolved from war games.
You're back.
Yeah.
You need to get better gear.
And Alex might know more about that than me. I'm not into war games, not tabletop war games anymore.
Sorry, I stepped away for a minute. So what are we talking about?
Did you hear the RPG horror story
No.
that I was talking about?
Yo, yes, I did hear that.
Okay.
Didn't hear anything. I was taking care of some plates.
Oh, certainly. No, what Dadim was just saying is that some of that might be because of the outgrowth of RPGs from wargaming, and that you would probably know more about that than he does.
In which sense? The being prepared for every fight?
Probably the tactical elements to it.
Yeah, it's like people acting like you should know every monster, every part of the module before you go in, and like you're supposed to use perfect tactics without discussing it, that sort of thing.
I mean, I guess that makes sense in a war game. Like, let's use Warhammer as an example. you would probably know if your enemy is Eldar what they're capable of at base value, if not completely. So you may not know like what their roster is, but you'll have a pretty good idea of what they can bring to the table and how to counter it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they know that, for instance, I would play Chaos Army, so they would know what to bring to the table to counter, to best counter my options.
Yeah.
So where you may not be comparing army lists exactly, just kind of making sure you're on the same point value, give or take. You might be like, all right, we're in the same point range, so we're gonna fight, and you can have different loadouts, but you still have an idea. So I guess, yeah, that would make sense from wargaming to tabletop. You might think that, like, oh, to know what my enemy's going to do, I'll study the module, or in this case, their codex. So I know what their rules are and how they play and all their stuff.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, expecting players to read that ahead of time for an RPG is strange, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, even as a GM, I think it's a little bit odd to be reading through an entire module before you get there, because I'd like to be a little bit surprised by what happens too. Like, oh, my player decided to do this. Well, let's look at the module here and see what we're supposed to... Oh, okay, you just got bombarded by a bunch of zombies. Well, like, if I knew that ahead of time, maybe I would have said something. Maybe I would have mentioned something about it to the players, or I would have discouraged them from making that option. But now, isn't this so much more fun? We all get to suffer together. This is...
Yay, spring.
If people enjoy the tactical part of RPGs, that's cool. Let them have their fun, but you want to give that warning up front.
Yeah. You should probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, I'll always read the module. As a GM, I'll read the whole thing. My reasons are this, though. I'm going to be surprised by what the players do.
Mm-hmm.
And by reading the complete module ahead of time, I'm equipped to make some decisions in the moment and maybe turn things in such a way that the module still makes sense despite what my players did.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah, the players are always going to be the unknown quantity, and that's why it was just so odd to hear that particular story, because it sounds like the players are just becoming a known quantity along with the person running the game. And so now, like, we've taken all spontaneity out of it.
You're playing Final Fantasy with a guide at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
Nathan's getting murdered.
I am. Okay.
That guy was tough.
That guy was tough. That guy was a raider. Oh yeah, there are raiders in the game now. They used to just have the Scorched. Now,
I mean, they should have raiders in the game, so it's fine.
Yeah, but there used to be no raiders because the idea was that nobody actually was in the wasteland except the people that came out of Fallout.
Well, that was a dumb plan.
It was a dumb plan that they needed to that they needed to change very quickly. All right. I bought... You will notice the interesting things, too, is that I just went and talked to that Overseer. It still has a mission called Search for Traces of the Overseer in Flatwood. The reason, again, was because originally there was the quests where you just had to trace the main quest was basically finding out what happened to the Overseer, and the Overseer was not actually in the game itself. So you were just listening to audio logs about the Overseer as things went along. But both of those quests are still in the game. So I still have the quest to find the Overseer, even though I have just met the Overseer.
Perfect.
So there's that. Also, apparently possums are in the game now. I did not remember them before.
Possums?
Yeah, I just killed a possum. And if I go down here, I think I'm going to be encountering a couple larger enemies if I'm not careful. There's like chupacabras and stuff in this, if I'm not careful.
Chupacabras.
Something like that. The goat people, or whatever that is.
Goat suckers.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm in
Hey,
flat.
folks, I'm gonna have to run for the night, but
Okay.
always good to talk to you all. Nice conversation. The RPG
Yes.
debate is always stimulating.
Oh yes, it
Just
certainly
like our
is.
choices in games.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm in Flatwood, so I know what's going to be happening in a second.
Mothman.
I'll take this moment to make your audience angry. Fallout 76 is more of an RPG than Final Fantasy.
There you go.
What our audience of hold please. Max views 3, concurrent viewers 1. Yep, our audience is probably mad. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure I'm the concurrent viewer.
Well, it's not me. I'm in the control room.
I've got YouTube up.
Perfect. Thanks for the view.
Thanks for the view, everybody.
Have a good night, you all.
We'll
Good night,
see ya.
Adam.
Overseer's log.
Yeah, now I have the Overseer log.
My God.
Why is there
Volunteer.
a log?
The old tavern.
There's a log because this is still an outgrowth of the original. Originally, the whole game revolved around you just following like breadcrumbs around the entire map of what the Overseer did. But now they actually do a thing where you actually find the Overseer, and the Overseer gives you missions. So now there are 2 sets of quests that are essentially going on at the same time, revolving around the Overseer. And if that sounds like it makes absolutely no sense, you are right.
Nothing ever makes sense, but that's fine.
It is fine. It is fine. I like that I have a quest that's just get to level 20. There is...
Firefighters, police, emergency medical staff. They even have an automated
Hi, Heather.
system to teach people about treating water.
This is...
Survival.
Oh,
I'm doing
yeah.
their tests, and you should too.
I have to take tests.
I know it's even worse than
Not tests.
someone's got to know.
Question for you, Alex, since I happen to be taking a test right now.
Oh, sure.
They're going to be asking me responder survival test questions. How important is, in terms of RPGs, a player's knowledge of a game world as opposed to the player character's knowledge of the game world?
How important is the player knowledge?
The player themselves.
I don't think it's necessarily important, because if there's exposition, then you can learn about it as you go. You don't have to have known what was going on in the world before you are playing it.
Mm-hmm.
As per Magic the Gathering, you pretty much don't know anything that's going on unless you read the novels, and I don't know anyone that reads novels.
Right. Right.
So, unless they want to expose that somehow and show you what's going on, I don't think it's important.
Okay. Okay.
If that makes sense. If that was coherent. I was doing a rhythm game, sorry.
That's okay. I caught the feral ghoul sleeping.
Cool, now shoot him in the face.
Let me put on VATS. Watch what happens when I go behind a thing. It drops to 0. If I tried to shoot with VATS on, I couldn't hit him right now. Okay, I'm gonna just walk up. Shh, it's okay, feral ghoul. Well, that was satisfying. Ooh, is that another feral ghoul?
Is it?
Nope. Just there. He's just there.
Just like here.
Exactly. I'll grab your stuff then. The collection elements of this. Is this the reason why in, like, tabletop games we don't bother to have weight limits? Because this feels annoying. Maybe that's the reason why they put weight limits on everything.
There typically are weight limits in tabletop. A lot of people just ignore them.
Yeah, I know we
Like,
do for the most part.
There's carrying capacity in D&D, and it's just like, do we really want to interact with that? Or do we just want to say, yeah, just keep it within reason, or we're gonna make you count?
Yeah. I always love counting.
Which is what everyone wants to do. Count.
Oh, I love counting. Yeah. Keep a very clear log of exactly how much... Uh-oh. Not an event. Keep a very clear log of how much you're carrying, and, or you get encumbered.
My question is, where is your radio? Are you using a radio on your Pip-Boy?
There's a radio on your Pip-Boy, yeah. It's all coming through my Pip-Boy. Mr. Farmhand.
Pip-Boy counted as a CB radio.
Oh, it does. 10-4, good buddy.
Your biological material is required.
Okay.
Have you encountered any players yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're around. They're around. Oh, no. But this is... Sorry, Supervisor Wellington. There. I actually don't know if I was supposed to kill Supervisor Wellington.
Well, now he's dead.
Oh, no, I was, because... Yeah, okay. I have to go to all of... Oh. Wait, kill farmhand supervisors. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, no, I just gotta do that. Oh, good. Does that mean Mr. Farmhand is my friend? Okay, Mr. Farmhand is apparently my friend. Who are you? There's a settler. Hi, settler. You killed off my friends, the farmhands, so there's that. Series of interesting choices. Okay, let's just see if I can knock you out of here. Can I hit him?
No. Why would you want to hit him? It's rude. You don't hit
Reasons.
Maximizing throttle on all farming implements.
Okay, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. We'd prefer not to do that. Alright. There we go. Change farmhand. What?
Automated message. The Forest Watch detects all supervisors down.
I love just being in these
job.
pools of
Responder team, proceed to
tepid
the exit
water.
or get to the mainframe. You need to reset the farmhand targeting parameters.
I have to reset the targeting parameters so that they don't attack people anymore. Anywho.
Who's
So,
any?
I don't know. See, there are monsters, like the Flatwood monsters and stuff, that you do meet in this. There's one... Actually, I really hope I encounter one before we're done tonight. They have these hermit crabs, and the hermit crabs are in buses. So they're just these giant...
I've seen that.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun.
That's one of the Flatwoods monsters, right?
No, the Flatwood monsters are those big flesh monster things.
I thought the Flatwood monster was a thing that looked like a robot alien thing.
It probably is a robot alien thing, but no. There's the Mothman, there's the flying bats. There are the giant flying bats. I don't like them. I don't like... Oh. Just get that. Yay, future of energy. Oh, I have to go into the agricultural center.
Energon?
Yes.
That's on Cybertron.
Fighting off rabid survivors. Oh, it was just a bad time all around.
Oh, okay.
I found a...
Yeah, so I'm still apparently tracking down the Overseer, but I have already met the Overseer.
Not an official log, just something from me.
it's almost like they should have planned this out better, but... Oh,
But
I was so excited because I used to
Mr.
come to
Farmhand!
the farm when I was a kid.
I do like that they reskin, basically. It's just a Mr. Handy.
Me running through the corn maze, going every which way. Mom and Dad yelling after me to slow down.
Oops.
Wasn't gonna happen. I guess I was always hitting.
I don't think I can get through there.
Couldn't just be a pioneer scout. I had to make troop leader.
Nope, I can't get through there.
Couldn't just be a good student.
That's fine.
I had to have straight A's. God, I miss
Alright.
oh, but what a rousing discussion about what makes an RPG an RPG.
Yes. And I don't know, have we sussed out, like, I think we've determined a couple basic things, like, by the virtue of leveling up and having to make player choices, I guess technically Fallout 76 is an RPG. I don't know if I'm happy about it. But I think one of the problems I'm having right now is that I ran out of ammo for the gun I like.
Rip.
Yeah. But one of the problems that I think I'm having is that when they ended up putting in all of these other elements that I don't normally associate with an RPG, like the crafting, survival kind of ones, and the massively multiplayer ones, because I don't know, MMOs feel like a whole different beast than what you normally think of from, like, a role-playing game. I started to lose the idea that it has a certain identity as a role-playing game, from how it was presented. And I don't know if that was really the intention. Like, we know from how they originally designed it that it wasn't really going to have a lot of role-playing elements. You just kind of went through the motions of going to one visitor log to another until you complete the storyline. And that doesn't really feel like a role-playing experience. That just seems like an enhanced walking simulator of sorts. And is that really an RPG, you know? It's, I know that we might be playing semantics at a certain point, but I guess the question I would have for anyone who happens to be listening is, when you pick up a game and it says, this is an RPG, what are you expecting? What do you expect from the experience of actually playing an RPG? Specifically, an RPG. Do you have an expectation at the front of a kind of experience that you're going to have, or elements that you are going to see in it that should be kind of like part and parcel?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good question.
It is. For me, it's hard. There is a certain expectation, I think, that we have of it about, especially for me at least, it's about having a deeper experience with your character than you would get from an action game or, you know, an adventure game. That I'm going to have a certain relationship with my characters when I'm actually playing it. And I don't know, like, do you think there is a case that can be made about the level of involvement that you have, like the personal connection that you have with your characters, being reminiscent of how a game gets categorized?
I'm not sure, because, like, again, JRPGs, you don't necessarily have a connection to your characters, because you're not really making the character your own.
Right.
If that makes sense. So it's a lot, you generally have a lot better connection with characters if you get to know them before, or if you kind of get, you get to make them. Let's go with Cyberpunk as an example.
Sure.
they did a decent job of connecting you to Jackie. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, I think they
right at
did.
the beginning, and like you're like, all right, cool. I've got a connection. This character exists. He's fun. I like him. Whatever. And then they're like, yeah, we're gonna do this thing, murder him.
Yep. And then what are you gonna do with that?
And so your character is connected to Jackie.
Right.
And the player, I think, gets connected as well. So it's
Yeah,
both your character and the player who get connected to Jackie.
right. I think that, yeah, one of the things that Cyberpunk did well that engaged players from a personal level is the idea that V is integral to the story, and V is your, you're playing a specific character, true, but you've customized V to your liking, and V is bound to be, like, what V does directly impacts how the storyline goes and how the characters fare in the end. So they make you part of that world in a way that some games won't. But I don't know if I would necessarily classify that as specific to RPGs, because then I could take almost any open world game and say that you do something similar to that. I interact with the world in its entirety. So does that mean that that's an RPG? Probably not. I have to overwrite. Is this it? Change for... Here we go. Remove human class from target list. Okay. Well, that was a choice I made. I said don't attack humans. A note. The scorched were seen. Okay, great. I don't like them. They're just mean. Oh no. Oh no. I think I might... Okay, we're gonna have a problem now. Okay. These ghouls were a lot better when they were sleeping. I liked it better when they were sleeping. Okay. I've got a score rank 2 of 100. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. I've unlocked a reward. I've done things. That was because I did the event. Oh, I can level up twice. We know what we're gonna do! Wait, I have reached level 5. Disable pacifist mode to enable player combat. Yeah, no. You have an
Yeah, do it. Player versus player. Let's go.
Here we go. I have an unopened perk pack. Okay, so you can tell me how you feel about this as a mechanic. Because periodically, when we get to this level, I have a perk pack. And they will just say, here's a bunch of cards, and each one of these is related to an attached special stat. And then there's a funnies after it. What's a blind fashion designer's favorite color? Corduroy.
What? I guess because they can feel it?
Exactly.
That's not a color?
Yeah.
I guess.
So,
Okay.
so there's that. Okay, I'm putting something into luck, and I'm going to raise this up to 60% ammo capacity finding. Perfect. Great. Oh, and I can take these two. There we go. Okay. Great. And then I'm going to put another point into luck. Of course. And, oh, serendipity. When 30% health, gain a 15% chance to avoid damage. That's kind of cool. But no, I'm going to put in Scrounger. And then I can have a level 3? There we go. Level 3. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to put that on. So, yeah. These require a certain level requirement of me. But, yeah. So I can equip this one for endurance. All drinks quench thirst by an additional 25%. And then this random one that I got, which is for strength, Your one-handed melee weapons now do 10% additional damage. And then at level 6, I guess these two. Periodically, though, what it will have these perk packs, and then you can choose so that you can fill some of this stuff in, basically. It's different. That's not like the whole card-based perk system is something that I've only seen in 76. I have not seen it in any other kinds of RPGs. Trading them out and raising up individual stats so that you have higher capacities. I had never seen that till I saw 76. So, and I don't I think the reason why they wanted to do that is so that people had a lot of options to mix and match as time goes on. Because they might not know exactly what they want to do up at the front. I do feel like it is a common refrain, though, that you would have some choices that you have to make, and to unmake them would be harder for an RPG. That you make those choices, and that those choices have a bit of permanence to them. Because if I can constantly remake my character, it doesn't feel as notable. The perk points that you would put in for your special stats used to be completely, what do I want to say? They were permanent, and then they created a thing where you can eventually reset them.
Yeah.
Which is probably good, but you know, I can't do that as much in like a tabletop game. Like, my bard technically can change out one spell every level that he currently knows, but he can't just like respec his entire spell list every time he wants to.
Yeah, not without some major reason for it.
Right.
It'd be interesting to have like an amnesia mechanic where your player just forgets all their training.
Oh yeah, and they have to relearn the whole thing.
Of course, it would be like, all right, well, you've lost your memory. Now take a year to remember like how to be your class.
Yeah. Figure out how your class works now, buddy. Figure that out.
I know, it'd be interesting if tabletop let you do something like that.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think narratively it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The power levels of these things are all over the place.
You don't need power levels.
Well, one of them I just kind of like shot off to the side and it died instantly, and the other one took like 16 bullets. There. Did I accidentally kill somebody behind you with a bullet? That's good. That's good. I'm glad we had that experience. Okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you glad about that experience?
Okay, yeah. I'm done dealing with ghouls. Let's get to more interesting stuff here. It's
like more ghouls?
Yeah, no, not more ghouls. I gotta get up to the fun part. I gotta get to the fun part of the game. I will say that one thing that tabletop games have on video games, like hands down, is you can make travel way more interesting.
Yeah.
Bees! Swarm of bees!
Bees!
Yeah, you can kill swarms of bees with bullets, so...
I mean, that's not realistic, but it's fine. No one said it had to be. How'd you kill all the bees? Ah, bullets.
Oh, no, machete. I got the machete.
I'm sure you'd hit all those bees with that machete.
Oh, yeah. I did. I hit all the bees. All the bees died because of machete.
Old machete here.
Yeah. My good old machete. Just being a machete. Let's see here.
Being a machete, be a machete.
Oh, be, yeah. Express yourself. Be the machete you want to see in the world.
Good
So-
thing we don't do titles for these, or else that would be the thumbnail.
Yeah. Danny Trejo. Who was
Don
in...
Quixote in the machete you wish to see in the world.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Alright. Let's go check out this cabin. Oh, no.
Hope it's full of ants. Are you a paramedic?
Yeah, I have a paramedic suit now. Okay. Okay. Bloat flies. Come on.
Bloat flies don't bother me.
Oh, I got a scope on this thing? Great. Let's see if that helps. Sure, it helps. Okay. Is that
Look
the-
at all that ammo you've still got.
Yeah, I know. Now, see, you can craft ammo in this game.
I mean, you could in Fallout 4 with mods anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, you can craft ammo usually, but you have to scrap everything in order to do it.
In Fallout 4, you could you could craft Nuka Grenades,
Oh, yeah, I love that part.
which, you know, you want to be a fair distance from the explosion point because it's a nuke.
Oh, no! Mirelurk! Don't worry, I got this covered. Come back here. Come back here. I took out a good chunk of them. Where are you? I gotta find the staircase. You can hear him. Oh!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, okay, that was easier than I
They're a
thought.
lot easier to kill than I expected, too. They looked like they'd be tough.
Yeah, well, see, those are the soft shells.
Oh, yeah, their shells are really soft, so they're easy to murder, huh?
Yeah. But now, how did you guys get out of there? Like, I can't... How do I get into the... I want to get into that house now.
Do you?
Well, yeah, because it looks like there might be cool stuff in there. Uh-oh. Am I over... Oh, son of a... I'm over encumbered.
Are you overburdened?
I'm overburdened. Of course. Why? What did I pick up? What did I pick up?
Everything.
I know I did.
You should,
Ooh!
build a camp thing.
Yeah, I'll, move my camp. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, as soon as I can find a spot that's suitable. Hold on, please. One day. Anyone? My god, when can I build a camp? Wait, will it just let me build it even though it's showing me that it's... One second. It says... It doesn't look like I can build it. But is it going to let me anyway? No. I cannot place it near existing location.
That has to be out in the wild. You can't build it in the pool.
But the pool's the best place for it.
Probably.
Look at this amazing location. This would be a perfect place for a pool.
You should go swimming.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
What
swimming.
could go wrong?
Yeah. Nothing's gonna go wrong in here, except I'm actually gaining rads, I think. I can't drink this water, can I? Oh, okay. Yummy. Oh, 15 rads. Okay, great. I guess the answer is, yes, you can. You probably just shouldn't. Alright. I am overburdened. Which means that just in normal, if I just run normally, I'm going to use up action points. I am going to eat some stuff then. And see if that reduces my... Oh, it does. Hey, sweet. I got strength out of the radstag meat. So now I can run. What was that? Yeah, I'm definitely not liking... Oh god, no. Another timed quest start. There's a nuke inbound.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike
A
imminent.
nuke inbound? Uh-oh, what
Please
player
exit
did
the
that?
area at your earliest convenience.
I don't know, but you probably don't want to be anywhere near it.
I want to be exactly near it.
Sacrifice me to the nuclear devil.
I think for nukes you have to be indoors, right?
Oh yeah, because this game totally revolves around the actual physics of how nuclear bombs work.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
You are. But that's okay. I'm just going to ignore it. It's always just a good idea to ignore the nuclear bomb. It's fine. Everything's fine.
This is fine.
What tabletop games are set in, like, a post-apocalyptic world? Do you know of any?
Fallout.
Oh, did they have a TTRPG?
I think so.
I was gonna say, they probably did. I was gonna say Shadowrun, but no, that's modern, but it's not,
That's dystopian.
It's dystopian, yeah. That's a whole different thing. Okay, I'm gonna find out what... Oh, this. Yeah, the, journals. Yeah, before the settlers came into it, this is all you basically did. You just ran around and find all of the user logs.
Yeah, great storytelling.
Well, you know, that was not the plan.
On par for Bethesda.
Yeah.
I miss watching Dad grade papers on the living
How did they originally say it? It's like, Fallout 3, the plotline summaries. Fallout 3, find your dad. Fallout New Vegas, get embroiled in a massive political struggle between multiple groups trying to, you know, hold power over a dying world. Fallout 4, find your son. I'm like, yep, that pretty much summarizes the difference between Bethesda. Oh my god. Now, in this one, you can modify and repair, though. Inspect and repair, please. What is happening? Nothing good. Switch to craft. I'm gonna make more ammo. It's all you do with crafting. Chests. Missiles? What's that sound?
Me.
It sounds like something's exploding. Oh, I can make Molotov cocktails. Perfect. That can only go well. Okay. Oh, I need a perk for that. I can make gifts. I could make missiles. I always like missiles. Excessive bulk adhesive. Do I want that? No, probably not. Syringer ammo doesn't really matter. Oh shoot! Oh no! It's okay. I'm indoors. See? Everything's fine. I completed the quest.
Good job. Proud of you.
I completed the quest by not dying.
Was that the quest to not die?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the whole point of it was, don't die. Please. Don't die.
Don't die. For the love of God, don't die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Let me just take
Seems legit.
So, yeah, actually, I think all of these little guys on the map, you can see these little dots. These are the other players.
So it shows you where the other players
Oh,
are
yeah.
on the map.
Yeah, it does. Yep. I know, right?
That's not immersion breaking. It's fine.
Yeah. It tracks them in real time. It's fine. But speaking of which, I will go to the next location. The part I will try to get to is at least the Scorched Lands, because we'll probably get attacked by a giant bat, and that's always fun. The bats scream at you.
As they do.
As they do. The bats are basically... Well, basically the bats are what happens when Bethesda says, wouldn't it be cool if Fallout, but Skyrim dragons?
Oh, those are the bats?
Yep. Those are the bats.
I've seen them.
Yes.
I didn't realize it was a bat.
Oh, yeah. They are giant-ass bats. I mean, they're not an ass bat. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that they're an ass bat.
I think you should.
Ass bat words. They're just, they're giant bats that are also asses. I guess I should have clarified that. What is this? Oh, is this the, oh, the farm... What is it? No, it's that. Okay. I set you on fire with my gun. Perfect. There. I feel much better now. Alright. Wait. Okay. Anybody else? Any other robots? No. Good. Oh. I will take that lead. Thank you very much. I need that to make bullets. All the... Oh, no. More iBots. And I'm out of ammo again. Okay. Okay, great. Great. All good. All good. Okay.
All good.
Yeah. So, yeah, they made the map for this about 4 times the size of Fallout 4. And you can...
16 times the graphics.
Yeah, 16 times graphics. Yeah, more graphics all over the place. But yeah, 4 times as large, and you can see exactly what they did with it. They just had a whole lot more space. Just a whole lot more...
A whole lot of nothing into?
Yep, they put a whole lot more nothing into it. I'll swear. Here we go. There's a lot more running. You can do a lot more running, which is always fun.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, I was going to say, there's no save settings. It's supposed to automatically save. I hope so. Oh god, what would happen if I lost my progress in this game?
You'd have to start all over from the beginning. I'm sure you'd love that.
I would love it. It would be amazing. Alright. Okay, I kind of remember this area. That's a town. Yeah, good job, Nathan. That's a town.
But is it a town you want to visit?
Probably not, to be honest with you. Oh no, maybe that was a bad idea. Ooh, what's this? Retrieve holotape. It's collecting data. Well, then why'd you ask me if I wanted to collect the There's a false choice for you.
What, collecting the holotape?
Would you like to collect the holotape? Sorry. You can't. It's busy collecting data. It's like if you take people into a dungeon and you tell them, "Hey, here's a locked door." And they say, "Oh, cool. Can I pick the lock?" No. Is there a key to the lock? No. Is there any way for me to get into the thing? Of course not. I told you it's a locked door. Why did you present me with a locked door in the first place? Because reasons. Oh, a post office. It's boarded up. I can't go in there. Decorative door syndrome.
Perfect.
It is. It's decorative doors. Alright. I'm going to go over here. There's probably a diner. That looks like there's a vault. I don't want to go into another vault. Okay, there are... Let's see if bats works. Kind of. Okay, just... Okay, good. Hey, if it works, don't... If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think I can...
Broke, fix it harder?
If it's broke, fix it harder. I just bought a whole bunch of Molotov cocktails. I would like to make sure they're there.
I'm sure you're not going to hurt yourself with these.
Nope. Everything goes perfectly well when I equip myself with fire bombs.
Does it?
Yep.
Does it?
Nothing is going to go wrong. Ooh, Morgantown. This looks like a nice place. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to go in. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, firebomb time. Oh, I gotta hold it down, huh? Yep, that worked. There we go.
So, did you light yourself on fire a little bit there?
I light myself on fire. You can't just press the button down, you have to hold it down. I forgot about that.
I mean, that makes sense. Otherwise, you'd click a button and then murder yourself.
I mean, I kind of achieved that anyway. Ooh. I found a mine.
Mine?
Yep. Oh, and a stash of, like, 58 caps, which in this entire time basically ends up being a third of the entire cap market that I had just gotten. So there's something.
Just cornering that market.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nothing stops while I'm doing this. There is no bullet time like you see in some other games.
Not in MMOs.
No. Not in MMOs, no, because you can't stop the action. I would say that if there was...
Won't stop.
If there was any mechanic, though, that really got screwed in the Fallout franchise when they did 76, it's VATS. VATS just does not really function correctly at all. Oh, yeah, that's the other fun thing. So, food also degrades. That's why I have spoiled fruit and vegetables right now.
Well, you can just drop them then, huh?
I can. I'm dropping all of them. Although I think that they do get used for something. Fertilizer, I think.
Oh.
You can compost them or something like that. Maybe. I don't really remember. It's been a while. It has been a while. Okay. Let's just go over... Oh, a parking garage. Those are always fun. Alright. I like this. Very festive. Let's see if I can hit this. Yep. I'm not throwing a firebomb at him because that didn't really work so well. I
thought it worked great.
I mean, for them. Fraternity Row. Oh, hi. He had to think for a second. Oh, there's your head. He lost his head.
Was he using it?
I think we've determined no. Alright, here we go. Morgantown High School. Really could have used some better renovations. That's okay. Oh, I discovered Morgantown High School. I have set down my flag and I have discovered a high school that is readily available. Aid. Do I have Radaway? I need Radaway. And I would really like to have Stimpak. There we go. Oh. I chomped down on my finger. That gave me some energy.
You just bit your finger?
I just bit my finger off. That restored some energy. That's always
Perfect.
good. Okay, and now...
Why not?
Now I'm going to use the firebomb. There we go. Oh no, the quest has started for Death from Above again.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
There. That's worked that time. Okay, he had some interesting stuff on him. So, yeah, there are, like, levels and upgrades to different weapons and guns, too. So, what did they just drop? A pump-action shotgun? It was a plus... tactical... okay. A walking cane, that looks like fun. Snub nose.
Can you add barbed wire to it?
I hope so. I have a lot of shells. Maybe I should equip this. Let's see. Let's see if this is... Oh, pumpkins. So now the question comes. Is this supposed to take place around Halloween like Fallout 4? Because there's a bunch of plastic pumpkins. Or were they like, well, we have this thing that we had as an element. We might as well utilize it.
Might as well just use it. It's fine.
I think...
I mean, the bombs fell the same time regardless.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Yep. How'd that work out?
Great, thanks.
I will say, shotguns are pretty useful. No, I didn't want to open. Open the door. Alright. Did anyone win this game? No. They didn't even complete their games.
Which game?
Tic-tac-toe. Oh, no. Oh. His level is 224. Oh. There we go.
He's like, hi, and you're like,
Yeah. I gave him a thumbs up. Oh, and then there's another dude.
My question is, how long would you have to be playing to get to level 224?
Oh, a really long time. Probably 100 or so out. No, actually longer than that. That goes to our discussion on timing. But if I remember correctly, like, I'm level 5 right now, and we've been playing for a couple hours, few hours or so. So yeah, you've probably they were probably playing for at least 100, maybe 200 hours.
That's a significant investment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, they are not messing around. I'm gonna play Holotape 3.
Overseer's personal journal. I was in my junior year when
I'm just gonna run through all of these.
Overseer's log.
Not even listening to them.
I knew this wasn't
This is
going to be
metagaming.
Appalachia. Overseer's log. Town of Flatwood.
There's...
There's no way
I completed the quest
the
again.
old tavern, the church. People were using them for shelter,
Again?
but
Yeah, the death from above. Somebody shot off another nuke, and I survived.
there's something else. A disease. I was attacked by... Well, it used to be a person. But it had these green, glowing lesions, and its voice...
Yeah, it's bad.
Angry. Tortured.
So, yeah, the main storyline that you're trying to get to through these overseer logs is, you saw those people that were like basically soot, and they were like green, partially green.
Yeah, the petrified people.
Yeah, the idea is trying to figure out why.
Well, obviously it's the Flatwoods Monster.
It's either the Flatwoods Monster or it's those darn kids and that silly dog too. No, it's maybe it's the bats. Kind of like the dragons came back to the world and screwed everything up.
I don't think the dragons petrified people.
No, but they burn people alive, so
Oh, I mean, so they're using assets from Skyrim too now?
probably. I mean, the bats, when I find a bat for you, you're going to say, "Hey, is that supposed to be like a reskinned dragon?" The way it actually works. I know where they would be on the map. I can find one of these bats. I'll die very quickly, just for the record.
Probably.
The bats are not, what do I want to call them? Friendly.
What do you mean they're not friendly?
I don't know.
Bats are always friendly. Haven't you seen Batman?
Well, Batman is a different case entirely. Batman denies his heritage.
But he is a knight.
He is revenge. But more importantly, he is Batman.
I'm Batman.
No, he is Batman. That's how this works. Can I eat that? Can I eat that? I guess I can eat everything if I really wanted to. Okay. I guess putting points into strength would probably make the encumbrance issue a little bit less bad. But, needless to say, there's a point on the map. I shall go
Where there's
toward...
bats. Is it a bat cave?
It is a bat cave.
Nah.
So yeah, petrified people, and if you search them, they just straight up just disintegrate, and I get rads.
What's the point of even having them there? If they never have anything on them.
Because then you can see that life is fragile and crumbles around you, I guess. I don't really know.
Okay.
The fermentation of alcohol requires 12 unique biochemical reactions to convert glucose to ethanol.
Okay, chemistry.
Thanks for that, Protectron.
Thank you, BoozyBot.
Yeah, BoozyBot 26.
Basically, it's Bender. Thanks, Bender. I can make diluted stim packs.
Diluted?
Yeah, when you don't want to be quite as effective in the field. Okay, let's scrap everything and see if that helps with my weight. Somewhat. Alright. There is a giant scope. Somebody had a birthday party. Oh. This is a Fallout-y kind of place. Oh, the Unstoppables board game. I have to pick that up. That sounds like super fun. Here's a fridge. I'm going to drink this Nuka Cherry. There we go. Terrific. Why am I in here?
Why not?
You made it seem like this was such a good idea. I need to get a test sample from the river. I don't want to do that. I just want to go see the bats. My favorite, the bats. Dog tags, I'll take that. Extinguisher, I'll take that. Ooh, gunpowder. Great. I'm still... My picture still looks great.
Yes, it does.
That is a... See, if you wanted to, you could always retake your picture out in the field if you wanted a different background, and it would take a picture.
I don't see a reason for this.
No. No, I think that I think it's perfect just the way it is. Oh, look, they're back. Object permanence is nothing in an MMO. I always thought that that was one of the weirdest things about massive multiplayer games, is the fact that, like, things just reset on you. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Otherwise, the world gets emptied very, very fast.
Yeah, I know why they have to do it for, reasons. It's just... From a practical standpoint, it just doesn't make a ton of sense. Ooh, a sturdy leather arm? Yes, please. I'll take that. I think I can probably drop some stuff because honestly, it's just getting to be encumbering. Pipe pistols, I obviously don't need those. In fact, why do I need pipe pistols at all? I don't.
You don't salvage them all.
Yeah, I'm just going to drop everything on the ground.
Someone else can pick them up.
Yeah, somebody else will come along. They might pick it up. Read the poster. Oh, this. Pie House Party Rules. Break stuff, be wild. Thrash hard. Chug, coma, puke, and rally. Cops not invited. Cops come equal every man for himself. Okay.
That is generally what happens when the cops come. Every
Oh.
man for himself.
I have to... Oh, so now there's a fraternity apart. Okay. I do have to say that I'm a little curious about this before we move on. Apparently there's a frat party going on over here.
As there should be.
Yeah, I mean, it's the apocalypse. Let's engage with them. Alright, and plus I have the Chuggy hat on. Wasted on
Yeah,
Nuka...
Nuka Shine.
Yeah. Oh boy, this was quite a party. Oh. There we go. I didn't probably need to do that, but... Moldy food. No, I'm not going to eat that. It would be funny if your luck stat actually helped you with, like, eating moldy food. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, eat that moldy food. What's the worst that could happen?
What's that sound? Oh. Okay.
Man, it seems like everything is really easy.
So far, so good. Oh, I can rest in the bed. Yeah, so resting too. This is interesting. Like, obviously it can't just advance time for you. So you just get into bed and you watch your hit point meter just raise up while you're just sitting here.
Perfect.
I know, right? There is definitely a case to be made that the single-player experience of Bethesda games was better, and they should have just kept it that way.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there are a lot of MMOs that if they had just turned them into single-player games,
Yeah.
I think they would have done a lot better.
Yeah, I was actually thinking when they originally announced that they were going to do, I'm playing a metal drum. Oh, it's a musical instrument, apparently. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking when they were announcing, like, Private Worlds, which was, like, a Fallout First thing that you could do, that they might actually allow for single-player experiences. You know, actually play it like it was a single-player game. Not so much. Boy, that was something. An open sign. Oh, here we go. An invitation.
It's been hours, days. Who the hell knows? I'm trapped. But starving, thirsty. Since everyone drank that goddamn drink. This was our final initiation.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my buddy Max over there.
Over where?
Walked in here for the party and then and we were golden.
Yeah.
You know, just one last test. They passed out red cups at the end. So to celebrate.
Ah.
Called it
Indeed.com.
Yeah. Dumped mine out when they weren't looking. Max here. He didn't. Everyone was fine at first. Until they weren't.
Cups went very badly here.
I will never forget that damn sound. I can't. Oh. Now.
What sound?
Now I am stuck here.
Yes.
Stuck here with no food, no water. Oh, and an old saw that won't cut through shit. Stuck here.
Yeah.
Oh, Max, Posey. I gotta think of something soon.
Whiskey.
Max, he's a swell guy, but I'm getting a little sick of his company.
You're all gonna turn into ghouls.
Perfect.
Eviction notice. So was there something in the drinks, I guess? They all just took it and... 6. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, was it down there? Hold, please. Let me just see if there was a thing I was supposed to see. Nope. Nope, it was upstairs. I feel like there was something going on here that I was supposed to understand, and I don't. Bowls. Balls. Moldy food. Okay, we're leaving. This was a sucky party, and you should all feel very bad about yourselves. But you can't, because you're all dead. You are all dead. This is why you don't join a frat.
Is it why? Is it the rad roaches?
The rad roaches and also the dying part. The rad roaches and mostly the dying part.
I mean, I guess. What happens when you die in this? Does your equipment all get destroyed?
No, I think it just takes you back to the camp. And you lose... Yeah, it's not really a very harsh punishment, honestly.
I'm okay with not having harsh punishments.
Yeah, it's not really necessary. Okay, so I gotta go east. That's right. This is where the good stuff happens. East I go. What's this? Investigate what the partygoers were drinking. Oh, is that what I was supposed to do? Am I going to end up like dying from whatever's in these cups? One second here.
That would be pretty funny if your party cups killed you.
Oh, yeah. Cooking pan. Okay, guys, like, what's it? Oh, is it something here? What do you want me to look at? A mop? No. It's like, it would be right here. Right? Where is the thing? Where is the marker? What is the thing? I'll go back. I'll go back and see what he had in his cup. Ooh. I'm just gonna drink everything. Handcuffs. Oh, perfect. I think I know what one of your problems was. Death from above has started again. I am totally going to win this again.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
It is non-stop.
Happens a lot.
Oh yeah, because people find the nuke codes and then they're like, I'm just gonna launch a nuke. Blah. Wing womp.
Nukes for days.
It is one of the bigger problems. Everybody's just like, I just want nukes all the time. Okay. You folks did a very bad job of explaining what I'm supposed to be. Oh. Here, I guess. Oh, that looks like moonshine. I could... Nuka shine. Nailed in for your party. That joke the Pie-Mews were circulating about him got back. Not funny. His Nuka shine is going to make your eviction party the event of the year. Uh-oh. If you even...
Eviction party, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Eviction party indeed. I think, Charlie.
Charles in charge.
No, I don't think it's Charles in charge, but here we are. What's this? Drink. Oh, God. Drink. I'm gonna drink the Nuka shine. Whoa.
It's gonna be... You're gonna black out.
Nice.
And you're gonna be dealing with whichever Daedric person that was.
I bet... Oh. Great. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna go out into the world, and there's gonna be something weird I gotta do. This Nuka shine will be the end of me all.
You gotta go find a goat.
The goat person will show up.
No, I'm talking about that one quest from Skyrim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that this is very much an... Oh, my God. What is happening?
I like your, visage. Visage?
Clear out the party crashers. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going. I'm just going. 18 seconds to the... Oh. Where did you all come from? I don't know. Whoa! Hey! Okay. Okay, sit down. You calm down. We're not having this discussion right now. Alright. I have drank the Nuka-Cola. Experienced the effects of Nuka Shine. I am experiencing it.
And you're loving it?
Oh, I'm loving every moment of it. This is terrific. This is terrific. I feel so free.
I feel like you should be streaking.
I probably should. Should I take off my clothes?
Yeah, maybe.
Hold on. Apparel. There. There we
You
go.
had your paramedic suit on top
Yeah.
of your vault suit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then.
Here we go. Look at this.
Are you having flashbacks to the war?
I don't know what just... I don't know what happened. What happened?
You got hypothermia from taking your clothes off.
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god, this is the quest from Skyrim!
Is that just the entirety of Shigara's
This
table?
looks so much like... Is it just me? Does this look so much like Sanguine's, yeah, Sheogorath's,
Let me,
What happens if I sit in one of the seats? Hold on.
It's different, but it's very similar.
Mm-hmm. The Scorched Beast Queen's reign of terror has been ended.
The one in Skyrim.
Yeah. I passed out, and I am here now.
Yeah, it's different because the food items are different, but it's very sim.
Yeah. I was gonna say. There's bowler hats in this.
Bowler hats.
Oh, yeah.
You can't wear that. You've got a beer hat.
Yep. And it's glorious, and I love it. So, okay, so they're saying that I can read the Nuka-Cola label if I can figure out where it is, but Nuka-Cola label, miscellaneous. Is it under junk? Notes. Nuka-Cola label. Inspect. Okay, so here's one of those little meta things here. I'm going to just turn her over. Okay.
Cool, read it. I can't read that.
I can't read. Wait, zoom in. This is the most I can zoom in. Oh, yeah, totally, man. But find the back door and we'll get you a drink. Okay. Well, I did that. Thank you. I guess we learned a valuable lesson. Don't do it in that script.
Yeah.
That would be a very important... If you are saying you have to research a thing, don't do it in like a... whatever that is. The fancy script one. Funnel cake. I don't want funnel cakes. I'll tell you what I want. I want to go streaking. I have so many pump action shotguns. Do I really need all these pump action shotguns? The answer is probably no. Oh, is this better? That's a better pump action shotgun. Okay. I do not want to be encumbered anymore. How much are... Oh, these weigh a lot. Alright, let's just get rid of some of those. And let's get rid of a million other things, because these weigh a lot. Knuckles. And Sonic. And Sanic.
Sonk?
Remember Sanic?
I remember Sonk.
Oh, is that the other Sanic?
It's something.
Oh, okay. Alright, so off to the east, and let's just see if I can find myself a bat. Kind of north and east here. I'll find one. The Bureau of Tourism. Great. Tuned to the Grafton radio. Oh no. Is this what I think it is? Grafton. Probably the Grafton monster. Here we go. Talk to the Grafton mayor. Oh no, it's the Grafton mayor. I don't care about him.
He cares about you.
The Grafton mayor, you start to think to yourself, oh, the Grafton mayor, oh, there's other characters in this, and it's, no, it's a computer. Grafton mayor's a computer. Ooh, feral ghouls. I don't know if
you're using a shotgun.
I am.
That's a shotgun?
Yep.
That sound design is terrible.
Yep. Oh, luckily he had more shells for me. Thank you for my shells. Okay. But look, I found a soft serve restaurant.
Soft serve restaurant?
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Boy, I'll tell you, they come out of nowhere these days.
You know, you're not drunk anymore. You can probably, put clothes back on. If you really want to.
Yeah, I could. Technically, all I took off was my apparel. My armor is still on.
Ah.
That also does bring me to an question. Why don't clothes usually have much function from a mechanical standpoint in RPGs? It's usually just armor pieces.
Because they don't have a mechanical standpoint in real life, aside from, you know...
I think that people would definitely judge you differently based on the clothes that you're wearing.
Okay, sure. If you're going in naked, but generally in RPGs you at least have armor on, and a lot of that armor will cover most of your body.
Okay. I mean, I suppose so. Now, in a Kingdom Come Deliverance, your clothes don't necessarily provide armament, but if they're dirty, it will change the way people view you and your dialogue options. I don't know if that makes much sense.
I mean, I guess, but do you want to be going and washing your clothing all the time?
No. They have basins and stuff in the game for you to wash up. In Medieval Dynasty, actually, they had a dirt meter, too. I don't really know why they were so, big on that aspect. Like, well, we got to make sure that we, accurately represent how much dirt you have on you. But, yeah, it was a choice. It was a choice they made.
I'm not sure. Just giving you something else to do for tedium, I guess.
Yeah, just to figure out, are you sure that you want to walk around in dirty clothes? Do you think that's really a good way to be role-playing this experience? I think that that's where those games get so deep into the weeds, though. What? Did something just hit me?
Me. I hit you.
Good. I deserve it.
You did.
I deserve it for what I've done. Ooh. That looks fun. I'll go up there. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. When an RPG gets very deep into the weeds where they have to account for every little thing, I think that we kind of have a problem with getting lost in a narrative. It's because sometimes it starts to take away from the overall experience. Whoop. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Is there a workbench where I can scrap a bunch of things around here? Up here? Oh, speaking of which. Scrap, please. That helped. And I would also like to scrap this and this. A beer hat? No, I will never scrap that. It's my pride and joy. I shan't be doing that. I will, however, scrap you. I will scrap you. This is my bestest. I'll scrap you. Tactical pipe wrench. That's always great. Transmitter parts. Okay. Workbench parts. Okay. Wood right arm. Don't want it. Okay. Well, that's a little bit more helpful. Crafting. I don't want to craft. Oh, can I actually craft a better weapon? Oh, not with this. Yeah, not with this one. Whoops. Way too many kinds of crafting benches in this game, though. Alright. Let's see here. A brewing station. Great. Maybe I can make some of that moonshine. I cannot. The fermented. Oh, yeah. That's what you need the scraps for. I am still technically drunk.
Oh, good. Me too. Wait.
Wait, what?
What?
You're drunk?
I wish.
You decided not to be drunk. You wanted to be sober for this experience?
No. But it is almost 1.
It is. I have yet to find my... Oh. I was gonna find a bat before we take off. Because otherwise, it feels like this whole experience was for naught. Oh, yeah, the sulfur. I will probably find a bat shortly. If I just keep heading east, I'll probably encounter one. If I don't, by the time one rolls around, we will just say that they do indeed exist.
I'm gonna say they do not exist, because I've never seen one in your game.
That's true. Here we go. Run. Run, Forrest. Alright. The Becker Farm. Just keep running. Uh-oh. Oh no. What are these? Oh. Oh no. This doesn't... Oh no. Uh-oh. Anglers? Will you stop? There. I think I lit myself on fire.
On accident or on purpose?
Yeah, I purposefully lit myself on fire.
I mean, you did it that one time to Gwen.
Well, we talked about that ahead of time, though. Come on. Die, you stupid... Sounds like a rapid fire. Oh. Call for help! I give up. I want to respawn. If you were wondering what happens when I die. Yeah, respawn here. Here we go. And I'm back. I'm gonna go get my corpse. I don't even know if I dropped anything. Oh, okay, yeah, I dropped all of my scrap. So, just take everything that I had. It was all in a little paper bag they kept very nice and tidy for me. So, yeah, that's what happens when you die. You respawn at a point. Oh no, what are you? There's a frog. A rad toad. It is a rad toad. Great. Dead toad. Okay. I am... Great. Oh no, 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 no. No, no. I don't like that. I don't like these things. I don't want those things. Oh, vendor bot Greg. Hi Greg. That over there would probably be the Grafton monster. Hold on one second here. Let's go see if this is the... There's a rad toad. That is a super mutant. And that's the Grafton monster. Okay. So, yeah. In case anyone's wondering, that's the Grafton monster. And it's angry. The Grafton monster is angry. And it killed me very quickly. And I'm probably just going to let the super mutants deal with it. 'Cause I'm chicken shit.
Are they attacking the monster?
They are.
Perfect.
They're
You've done a
attacking.
good job.
Yep, I'm gonna go grab my bag. Oh, there's a cooking station. Kill the Grafton monster. Yeah, okay. Watch the parade.
I don't think I will.
Alright, I take back all my scraps. And then go see how things are going here. What are you? You're the Protectron? Yeah, the Grafton...
Are provoking the Grafton monster.
Good. And you know what? Now you're dead. Oh yeah. Get him. Get him. Get him. Take that, Grafton monster. I'm gonna see if I can help my super mutant friends. We are working toward a common cause. There. Okay, well, okay, I thought we were friends. Oh, damn it. They got me, they got me, hooch. Just put me, yeah, respawn in Grafton. I thought that we were friends. But we are not friends, apparently. Alright, I am gonna go grab my corpse and see if the monster... Oh, I got some stuff. I got some stuff. Let's go get the Grafton monster.
And you still haven't made a camp, have you?
I put down a camp, but I wasn't, like, making that a priority. Because then all I'm doing is just building.
Sure, I just mean so you can store some of your crap.
Oh. Yeah, well, why do that when I have the convenience of anybody else's camp immediately available to me?
I guess.
I can just go to anybody's camp. Oh, speaking of which, there. Retrieve the items that you dropped. I will. Yeah, I gotta put these in a thing. You're right. It does cost me caps to fast travel, though. Because they made a problem and they sold you a solution. Okay, here we go. Caps. Stim pack. Ooh, a special combat armor thingy. What is that? Oh, of course. It's a level 20 piece of gear.
Why would it not be a level 20 piece of gear?
Yeah. Here I was thinking I might be able to have fun and use a thing. But no. Nope. It was not to be. It was not to be. Well, we all got to see the Grafton monster at least. And... Oh, damn it. Oh, you. Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind here. Try me. Oh, well, you just moved. Okay, how did you hit me?
Through a tree.
He hit me behind a tree.
Yes.
He hit me behind a tree. That seems to make sense. Hi from Australia. How are you doing, Queensland fan? Someone is a fan of Queensland. Alex? Did you know that?
I do now.
There you go. You sure do. Alright. So, to summarize our night. Fallout 76 is, I guess, technically an RPG. Because it does indeed have a leveling system. You do indeed play a role. You do now actually make choices in the game. And you customize your experience?
Yes.
You do get to make choices, so... I mean, I guess? I guess. And those are, I think we've established, those are what we would consider to be primary aspects of a role-playing game. I'll take your silence as passive acceptance of that.
Oh, I didn't know that was a question.
Oh. I need to start asking in a more accusatorial tone.
I need to use questioning tones.
Okay, fine. I'll do it now. So I guess we would be accepting those as the standard RPG elements?
That I don't even know what that was.
That was me asking in a questioning tone?
That's sure. Why not?
Great. Anywho, I'm going to try to not die as we finish up this stream, but I do want to thank Datum for stopping by. I was kind of surprised that oh, there's a, damn it. Oh no. Well, first of all, let me just kill this rad scorpion. Or attempt to. It's not going well.
An attempt was made.
An attempt. Oh my god. No. Now there are 2 rad scorpions. Here.
And you still haven't found a place to put your stuff yet.
Nope.
Also, they are a fan of Queensland, and we bully pebbles and knock them down? Question mark?
Yep. Pretty much. The pebbles started it, though.
I mean, to
the
be
pebbles,
fair, the pebbles fall down on their own.
The pebbles always, yeah. I don't know if Queensland has a lot of pebbles. I can tell you that my intention is not to bully pebbles of Queensland, though. I will try not to bully the Queensland pebbles. But I will say that pebbles in general did start it. We're just finishing it. We didn't knock the pebbles down. The pebbles knocked us down. I think that's accurate, right, Alex?
Maybe. A lot of pebbles were lost along the way.
Yes, the real friends were the pebbles that we knocked down along the way. Can I just... I'm gonna get this stupid rad scorpion. This rad scorpion is going to know the pain that it has caused me.
But is it a rad scorpion?
Seems to think pretty highly of itself. I guess you could say that. Oh, I guess it's gone now. Yep, no more rad scorpion. Okay. I feel vindicated. But yeah, I understand why you would be a fan of Queensland fan. It's right there in your name. I have not been to Queensland. I have not been to a King's Land. Or a Jester's Land. Or any of the face cards. I have not been to any of those lands. Alex, have you ever been to Australia?
No, I've never left the continental United States.
Oh, yeah? I mean, I've left the continental United States. But not exactly very far from the continental United States. Does Canada count? Or is Canada...
Not really.
Canada's sort of our attic. Oh, Bermuda. I've been to Bermuda. That's technically not in the United States. I smart. I know that Bermuda's not part of the United States. Oh my god, I'm not doing the shooting range. Okay. Anywho. Anyway, what was I saying before I got rudely interrupted by the rad scorpion? Oh, yeah, exactly. So...
I think you were screaming for your life.
That was also something that I was doing, and I was very, very happy about that. No, I was actually going to be quitting out of this. We will just quit to desktop. There, and we'll go back to our scene here. Let's just go to here for the end. There we go. Okay, so... That's better. Yeah, no, I want to thank Adam for coming by, talking to us. Thank you, Queensland fan. I know it's a little bit late in our stream, but thank you for coming by. I hope you're doing well down there. I don't know what time it is. It's probably about 12 hours.
Approximately like 1 p.m., I would assume, or perhaps even 3 p.m. are my guesses.
Yeah, depending on what. Well, oh, it's Queensland, so I don't know which time zone that's in. And yeah, and of course Alex and Crave, and you were here too, so that's good.
We were the pebbles you knocked down.
Yep, all of them. I knocked down a big old pebble at the end there. That Grafton monster just looks like a giant pebble. So. We talked a lot about RPGs and some of the things that you see in RPGs, what we would define as an RPG. And Alex, in general, seeing what you've seen now, when I talk about Fallout 76, are you getting a general idea of what the game is?
I mean, I kind of had a general idea of what it was before, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Would you say that it's the style of game that you usually prefer, or not so much?
Not for long periods of time. I mean, if I wanted to play that, I would play Fallout 4 and just mod it.
Yeah, that seems like the smarter thing to do. Yeah, modding Fallout 4 is actually a much more fun thing to do anyway. You should probably do that, folks. I found the upgrade system to be interesting, at least in 76, the way they did that, and I found the way that they did the map, the overmap, is great. I would have loved to see a version of that modded into like a Fallout 4 or any of the other games. That would have been great, like an actual tourist map with the locations on it. Those are the best parts of the game, really. The rest of it is something else. But yeah, so 76 RPGs, whole bunch of good stuff, and I think that does it for this month's Total Pebble Knockdown Live. We will reconvene the first Saturday of next month. And, of course, make sure to check us out on TotalPebbleKnockdown.com. And, Alex, anything that they should know about if they go over there? Anything they should be looking for?
You know, just the normal stuff. We do a podcast weekly, and you can find it at TotalPebbleKnockdown.com or here on our channel on YouTube, where we have it broken up into 3 distinct segments if you're not a fan of long-form content. Even though some of our podcast episodes are themselves longer than standard YouTube videos, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's all good times. It's all good times. Yes. And if you are a patron of the show, you can always find early releases of the full video episodes, so that's always fun. Yeah, make sure to check us out on socials. I'm Cytanium.
I'm over there on the Twitter and stuff at EXP Limited, and you can find us over at Pebble Knockdown if you would like.
Yes. So thank you for joining us. We will see you on the next one. And you all have a good night. And for Queensland fan, you have a good afternoon. I think it's afternoon for you.
Good time of day.
Assuming that you are in Queensland when you are writing that. If you are, you have a good rest of your day. We're